Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first session of Cyberpunk Red, session 0.5. This is everybody's first time to actually play Cyberpunk Red, and it is also considered my first time running in the Red. Cyberpunk has always been my favorite game for a very long time. I'm actually a very huge Cyberpunk fan, whether it's going to be either in anime, movies, comic books, novels, and everything else. So ever since Cyberpunk came out, and with the Edge Runner anime that came out after that, I was actually pumped to actually run Cyberpunk Red. Other than trying to run it in a D&D team, I rather run it with using the original book because that's a fast better way for me to actually learn how to run the game. And everybody here that actually joined Cyberpunk Red are all new, very new, mostly from the Dungeons and Dragons background. But before we even start, now I want actually the players to actually introduce themselves from left to right, from Sobaki Lee to Hibana, Styx, Venator, Maulin Yong, Dick, and then lastly Haliman Suksek. I mean Suksek, depending on how you play it. But then again, character names in Cyberpunk Red are supposed to be edgy. We don't have people calling themselves Bob or Thomas or Ryan over here. Now, okay, Subaki, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Kaide. I go by the my character name Subaki Lee. He's a rocker boy and I love him a lot. I don't exactly know the lore of Cyberpunk, but guess what? I don't fucking care because I am fucking hype about it. I have been waiting to play for like so long. I have been ever since I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runner, and it's just like the only thing I think of. And yeah, and fun fact about Subaki, despite being in a cyberpunk world, he is a fucking meat. So yeah, my goal is to see how long I can survive before I need cyberware. So yeah, that's gonna be fun one. Haha. Okay, next one. Bye.
Next is Hibana.
Okay. My name is Aizen, and I'll be role playing as Hibano Suzuki, the shy but edgy netrunner who is grand dream is to just, be rich and famous as for all the good reasons, as famous as Bartmoss was, and maybe rebuild the internet that he destroyed out of jealousy because they canceled his TV show. She is 23 years old with impressive figure, and she's hoping to keep it that way. That's about it. I'm very new. I don't know how to introduce things into
Okay.
cyberpunk.
Yes, we all need. All right. Okay. Next will be Sticks.
Hello, I'm Styx. I'm playing Remy Lebertz. He is a media runner. He once used to have a really cool personality. Still kind of carries the cool personality, but after some traumatic events, he doesn't care for the world anymore. And he has one goal in life, and that's to get at the corpo scum that killed his family.
Okay, thanks. And next is Venator.
Hey everyone, name's Puddin. Yes, despite the cute name, I have a really as a manly voice. I'm playing as Venator Ramirez, yeah, and not really no relation to the Ramirez family in Cyberpunk, and for all of you out there who are Hispanic or his Latinx or Hispanic, uh, no offense to anyone at all. I'm just going to do my best impression of his Hispanic Latinx member.
Right. Okay, thanks. So that is Venator. Okay, next is Mao Lin Yong.
I am Mao Lin Yong. I am from China. I grew up in China. My family also moved to Night City because they got work there. Wow, really Chinese accent. Very sounds very offensive now. I'm gonna use yeah, I'm gonna do normally. So,
But you're
so
Chinese.
yeah, true also. Okay, so she goes by the name Sender, which is a name that she adopted while she's working for CCP, not Chinese Communist Party, but the Chinese Cyberware Protection. And she got a job back in Night City after hitting big with the client Kang Tao, which is actually an actual corpo in Night City that deals with defense hardware. but she couldn't get the job because her father was missing after the attack in Arasaka Tower. And Arasaka is actually cutting down the corpo that allegedly sponsored Johnny Silverhand's attack. And now she's on her quest to find where is her father.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Maulin Yong. All right. Next, we have Dick.
I'm Midnight, a solo with an unmatched shot with a sniper rifle. All I want in life is to get enough money so I can leave this godforsaken city, spend the rest of my life with my children and my husband. The rest of the city can burn for all I care.
You forgot to say you're
Right.
special for not adding a full body image. I just
Yeah.
had to
This
say
is
it. I just
this
had
is
to
not
say
too. The character art is 2B, but the let's just say the resemblance stops from there.
Because
Yeah.
I'm
And also,
picturing you on a gargoyle overlooking the city until you hear a voice in the background that says, "You forgot to do this."
anyways, okay, Dick, do change your name to Midnight. Okay. Otherwise,
Oh
I might.
yeah. Oh right.
Right. And then lastly, we have Haliman.
Salutation. My name's Zaf. Hariman, I haven't got the time to write him much, but here's the thing I can tell you. One, he is a techie, the only techie in this group. He's gonna do a lot of techie jobs. He has about a lot of ladies wanting him. I roll for it legitly. So there's gonna be some chaos. What he wants, speaking, he just wants to do his job and make fancy ass weapons, but
Yes.
but staying alive and not getting cocked. Literally.
Yes. All right. And that's the thing. I think everybody here rolled their 3d10s in terms of friends, families, and tragic love life. I believe the last person that actually have not rolled for his 3d10s is Sticks. Sticks, before we actually continue moving forward to our session, can you roll 3d10 for me, please?
I can do that. I think I'd done it before, but I'll do it again.
All right. That's a done deal. So there's nothing. So you're all zero. Okay, thanks for that, Sticks. Okay, thanks everybody for introducing yourself and your characters. Okay, now let's start. It is 2045 of Night City. Apparently, January itself, the world is trying to actually prepare itself from many of the chaos. But apparently, and however, Night City is still trying to recuperate from the nuclear holocaust of 2023. And even then, the many gangs around the city is trying to actually take over the many districts and the streets of Night City itself, starting from the University District, the South City, the South Night City, even trying to actually move closer towards the Glen, and then to the old combat zone, and then moving up towards old Japantown, and then Little China. Battle after battle, death after death. Innocents walking the street is just no longer safe. However, what do the gang even care? They don't. But this does not stop the fixers, the corpos, from hiring cyberpunks, other edge runners, from completing jobs just for them, which is held in the city itself. But you, as the cyberpunks of the city, trying to make a name for yourself, as some of you just arrived at the city, some of you grew up in the city, and some of you have seen the city burn and rise again, only to see it fall all over again. But Far towards the north of Little China, somewhere at the upper marina, at the ferry building location. Subaki Lee, you were just having your simple breakfast, everything else. The ferry building, the ferry district itself, is being managed by Michael Wesker. He inherited the docks itself, the ferry area's location, from his father-in-law when he married, of course, the love of his life. But you do not know much about Michael Wesker. Michael Wesker himself wears a long black overcoat, glasses to cover his eyes. You're unsure what is cybernetic about. He mostly walks around on his radio, communicating with the many people that surrounds the dock, protecting it from any other's gang or anybody that was actually willing to actually take the place from his hand. And for past 20 years, so far you know, Michael Wesker kept this place safe. And for those that's willing to look for a place to stay, a cheap place to stay, he actually rented out the many containers that he have in Night City to people such as yourself and many others. You sat there on the chair, a woman, fully decked out, of course, customized with perhaps the best like artificial gear to make her look like a furry. You heard about the furries before. They are a gang by themselves. Now calling themselves the furries, people that actually try to look like dogs, cats, or any sort of animal, willing to pay numbers of eddies just to make themselves look like pets, which of course they love to do so. And who are you to stop the furries? They're cute. But even though the furries is a really strong gang by itself, but they don't go around shooting people, killing people. They protect their own. And to each their own, you see that as a sign of respect, and then they respect you back. The young woman sitting on her chair, drinking the ale on the hand, she just looks to you and then smiles. Her light blue eyes like shining glimmer under the sunlight. Her sharp ears like wiggling left and right as you actually take a sip of your water. Then Michael walks over to you, and after that, he just asks you a simple question, Subakili. And Michael, putting down his glasses, you can see a part of his eyes is slightly like glimmer, perhaps cybernetic in itself. Not too sure what it was or what it is, of course. Well, perhaps you don't care. Michael just rested his left elbow on the counter, taking the drink, and then looked at you, and then asked, in this simple tone of voice, "Sir, you must be Subaki Lee," he asked you. "I heard a lot about you, of course. New to the town, trying to make a name for yourself. I've heard your songs when you first arrived, starting from a small, simple bar, and now you've made yourself famous at the Red Ribbon bar itself. But I don't see you and your band. I don't see your band anyway. Are you, are you some sort of a loner rocker boy, or I mean, tell me, Subaki. You come here, rented one of the like containers. Of course, I oblige. But I mean, what are you really here for, Subaki?" Michael asks you while
Uh,
looking in your eyes sharp.
I just say that, yeah, I'm Subaki Lee, that's for sure. Hmm, I would say you technically flatter me with compliments, but I wouldn't say that I'm very that famous. If anything, I think I'm still on the climb to whatever you call fame and recognition. I just wish to, pass my songs in hope to lighten those that are in the darkness. And well, you see, I would like to stay in those high end area, but obviously, just by earning rocker boys wages, would you call that wages? I'm not sure. Well, just by earning those, it's not exactly enough for me to afford those high end places. So obviously, I came out to stay here around here. As for my bandmates, they all have their own life, and I don't pry into their privacy and such. So yeah, that's how I do it. As of now, I do appreciate that you allowed me to stay in your container. It's spacious, it's comfortable. I like it, and I also like my own privacy. So yeah, nice. It was nice of you, Michael, to gave me one of your cargo containers for my own private space. I really appreciate that. Then it's like try to fist bump, but it's like it's doing it very awkwardly.
And Michael looks to you, and then actually you actually wanted to actually you raise your fist, wanted to do a fist bump, and then he looks at your fist, and then he looks back to you, and then after that, roll for your persuasion. Oh, sorry. I forgot. So roll under your social skills, persuasion. Yes, this is not D&D. I have to tell myself that there are multiple tables that I need to explain to you.
Yeah, you
Otherwise,
have to.
you won't know. Wait to you won't know where to click. All right. You roll 19. Michael looks to you. He raises a glass. He fist bump you back. Glad to actually have you in Night City, Sabaki. He speaks back. His voice like mellowed down slightly. And then after that, he looks to you and said, "I'd like to hear more of your music, perhaps one day. Hey, once you actually gets better, or perhaps I want to actually meet you in your band. And perhaps you can actually play your music here at the docks. You perhaps can actually bring more people to the ferry buildings itself."
So Buggy just cut in. Is like, are you serious? You will allow us to perform our concert or even our singles in your dogs? That's oh my god, Michael. You seriously have been such nice to me, and yes, I will gladly do it for free, even if it means to promote your dogs and everything. I appreciate it a lot. Just to be able to perform in such a big space. Yes, I totally love it, and I would totally accept if you even if you did not offer it. I would do it. I would gladly do it for free, just so to repay your kindness to allow me to even stay at your docks here. And just start seeing like stars and glitters right above Subaki, like oh, I'm finally able to play my own concert. It's like oh, shiawase shiawase.
Michael nods and he smiles. Well, I can actually see that one of your fans is just sitting there. I mean, she's a furry, and I like furries myself, but sadly I'm married. And, well, my children perhaps would have loved your music, of course. And yeah, but I do suggest you speak to your manager and your band. If they agree, of course, to actually play here, I will gladly accept. Perhaps in another week's time, Sunday next week, if you could.
Yeah, definitely. I will definitely talk to my manager and my band. I'm sure they will be glad as well. But as a courtesy, I will still have to ask their permission, just as a just as a courtesy. I mean, I'm sure they would love to perform. After all, it's been a while since our last gig, and the reception is quite good. But I would hope that we will get more attraction and such. I think the dog concert will make a very big impact on both us and obviously for your dog as well, Michael.
Then,
But yeah, I will definitely talk to my band members as a courtesy.
hopefully, I'll be able to see you in your band on the 19th of this month, hopefully.
Good. It's like you will see that he's more sparkles, more shiawase and everything. It's like the moment you start talking about his music and everything, he just like goes into a spiral of happiness and yeah, sparkles and flowers and everything. He doesn't really care what's going on in his anything outside of that anymore.
As he was about to actually talk to you back, you heard the phone from his pocket started to actually ring. He picked it up and he looks to you. Sorry, Sobaki, I have to pick up this call. And sadly, I'm more traditional. I'm still using my phone anyway. Besides, when you look at him holding a phone, obviously he's actually holding one of those agents, one of those calls that he got. And when you pick up the call, and he immediately speaks out, "Yes, Walter. Yes, yes." And he start to speak, and after he start to actually walk around and walks away from the conversation. And then when you turn, you'll notice something unusual about the furry next to you. Please roll for social skills, human perception. All right. Okay. You notice that she seems to be putting both of her hands, it's like tightly between her thigh, and she seems to be like turning the chair left and right, and then she seems to be like looking at you. Seems to blush. You notice that she actually wanted to say something, but she's a bit terrified. What do you want to do?
I just like I just look around, look left, look right. It's like uh I just I just look up at her like okay, maybe I should strike because based on what I heard from Michael is he said that she might be one of my fans. So I just approach her as like, hi, I'm Subaki Lee. I heard that you are my um fans. It's like he's like stuttering because he's not sure how to approach a fan. He can try to be funny and everything, but it's like he's still a bit awkward. It's like, nice to meet you. Your R is like trying to shake hand with her in a polite manner, but it's still like kind of awkward because like, he doesn't know how to approach a fan. Because it's always the fan that approach him. It's not him approaching the fan. So it's like it's like in the reverse situation. It's like, oh my god, panic, panic, what to do?
Okay. Then after that, you look at her, and after she put her head up and said, I, I'm, I'm, I'm Bushi. I'm Bushi Emojin. I'm one of your fans. I followed you, and I didn't know that you actually stayed around here. You noticed that her eyes look left and look right, and then she said, I heard the conversation between you and Mr. Wesker, and I hope you can actually bring the band here. But I hear you having I'm hearing you have a gig tonight at the Red River, and but I don't have a ticket. Uh, do you
Oh,
think
you want to you want to join my concert? Sure, I'll give you a ticket. Wait, hold on. It's like I try to like look around my pockets, like see if I have any extra tickets lying around. It's like touching her chest. The chest is like see if he can find any tickets in his pocket. It's like come on, come on. It's like give me a sec, give me a sec. I should have a extra ticket somewhere around. It's like try to pet around. It's like then suddenly it's like from the back of his pocket. It's like here. I have an extra ticket. It was supposed to be for my friend, but he said he's busy. Well, he's always busy. I guess so. Anyway, yeah, here you can have it. I really appreciate that you want to join my concert and everything. I hope to see you there. Ushi, right? Your name?
Bushi, Bushi Emojin?
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll see you there. I guess. I'm so glad that I have met my fans. Wow, this is such an interesting experience. You know what? Let's take a selfie. Let's commemorate this. I mean, if
You have an agent?
yeah, I have an agent. I have an agent. That's the only thing I buy, and some other things as well.
You went over next to her, you lift up your agent, and after that, she look at it, she smiled, and after that, you look at it, you took a photo together with your agent, together with Bushi Emoji, and then you notice that she smiled, like blush, and after that, it's like she also used her phone to take another selfie with you, and after that, she said, I'm gonna send this, send this in the data to actually send to my friends. The friend is gonna be really happy to see you.
Cool,
And
cool.
then
Make
you
sure you
realize that
invite
this
all
is
your friends
just
as
one of
well.
then you realize that this is just one of your fans. It's like she just actually posted, like just wanted to actually update her social media and then sending it to the rest of the other Furies that are actually going to be looking at it. Like Subakili, you think to yourself, but you just realized that you have a gig tonight. But before you actually head towards your container, you see Michael actually turn back and walk towards you, and he said, Subaki, if you don't mind, I know that you actually have a gig tonight with your band. I think at Red Ribbon Bar, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I remember as well. It's
Yes,
like nervous laugh, nervous laugh.
just that before you actually head out, one of my old friend, Walter Cross, would like to actually meet you. You've never meet him before, but he's gonna be at a bar tonight. I'm probably gonna see you sing in the rest of the band. But at the moment, uh, I will need to take my leave. But before anything, be sure to actually prepare yourself for the night.
Yeah, I will, I will. It's like it's like laughing. It's like happy, but then nervous. It's like it's a mixture of happy and nervous because it's like he just doesn't know how to process the emotion of happiness anymore. It's like I
See,
will.
after that, you see Michael actually head down, sit on the chair, pick up his agent, and dial another number. And after that, he said, then after it, at first you hear the tone for a short few seconds, and then after that, another person actually pick up the call from the other end, and then you see Walter, then you see Michael Wesker actually. They said, "Hello." Then he speaks out, "Hello, Chris. I would need something to be done. Do you have a minute?" That's what he said. And then after that, then you notice that he started to speak in German language, and then after that, Michael looks at you and said, then after he waved to you, but after that, you actually understood what he actually said. It's like that you asked you to get ready. And then for you to get ready, you need to actually roll under social skills again, under personal grooming and also wardrobe and style. Okay, 17 and then 20. Okay, right? This will actually give you plus one later on. And then you actually get ready and then prepare for the night to actually head towards the restaurant. But
Wait, but
me,
before
yeah,
anything else, before I left the place, I just wave at Ushi and said, "I'll see you there, right?" No, support me. It's like I still do the my signature move like guitar riff. It's like say, "I'll see you there, Ushi. See you there."
and after that, she just said, "See you there." And then she waves. And then after that, they actually prepare and they head out. But meanwhile, somewhere at the apartment, Hibana, you woke up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see Midnight anywhere. However, you do hear the snores from Venators as they're actually lying down there on the couch. You're unsure that whether this night is gonna be any other night, but you think to yourself, maybe Midnight's actually at the top roof where the others are mostly. That's where most of the other runners, or perhaps one of the other punks, actually just hang out. But you see Venator on the couch, apparently after a long night of trying to actually be a bodyguard or actually just a personal soldier actually walking around and trying to actually help any of the people that actually walk the streets they can. Okay, Ivana, the only person you see is Venator. You can actually wake Venator up and actually ask him where Midnight is, or you can just head straight towards the roof and look for Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you want to do?
She just first goes to the kitchen and fetch herself a nice hot cup of coffee, and then she'll be headed to the rooftop.
All right. Okay, you took a cup of coffee. You took one or two?
Two.
All right. You took two cups of coffee, ignoring Venator, apparently still sleeping. Okay, and then you head up the street
He's a hard worker. He
towards
needs to
the
sleep.
roof. Okay, then I'll go to Venator later because now it's turn. Then I'm gonna go to your GM layer, and then after that you head straight towards the rooftop. At the rooftop, you took the service elevator, apparently still damaged from the leaking. Even though this is a studio apartment, but the studio apartment is not actually well managed by these people. It is still run down. There are a number of holes. You do see a number of tenants actually staying like up here, hanging out. You see Anthony back, staying there, look at you, smoking his cigarette, and said, "Ugh, Ibana, friends will actually see you up here. But if you're gonna be looking for Midnight," and then he pointed his thumb on the other side, further behind him, down his right. Midnight's just there, staring at the moon as usual.
Oh,
That's just staring at the people walking down the streets.
as she
Then Anthony
basically,
back just continue smoking his cigarette.
she basically said to him, "Thank you," as she walks to all the way to midnight and basically interrupted her scenery by like putting a giant cup of coffee in front of her face.
Okay. Now
Mm.
this scene is gonna be Hibana Midnight. So I'm gonna be skipping Midnight later because the scene is already being played out. So
Mm.
okay.
Midnight, hearing footsteps come across, you see her holding what seems like a locket in her hand. She quickly puts it aside and reaches for her wakizashi. As she looks around and it's you. As you see her grip from her weapon loosen, and
You do know that I'm the only one who is virtually allowed to approach you from the back without getting a whack of that thing on my neck every morning? I thought we established this girly rule of ours. Also, Morning coffee.
As Midnight looks at the coffee, takes it. Thank you, little sis.
Glad to help
Just
you.
just some of these gonks here, they're testing my patience. But
Have you checked out the way that you technically dress? I can't blame them, you know. I mean, you're like what? She takes a few steps back. You're like what? An angel walking on the ground. They haven't seen anything this beautiful in a while. The closest they have seen someone like you is probably through Holovid or brain dance videos. You can't blame them.
Midnight takes a sip of her coffee. You might be right. I have this little jacket shoved away somewhere. Maybe I'll try that out.
Mm-hmm. Ever thought of, dressing somewhat like me, all modest, black, with a little shade of pink and purple?
Midnight thinks about it. Not really my style.
Okay.
As she kind of like, how do I say this? Just brushes over like a bit of her dress. The dress itself is also padded with some armor jack, so it's both fashion and function.
So, what brings you to the rooftop?
Midnight pauses for a while. Nothing much, just thinking about some things. It's a bit peaceful up here, away from the buzzing streets, the noise,
True
the smog.
enough. I mean, you've been uneasy in bed lately. You either wake up in the middle of the night or you wake up somewhat close to dawn. Kicking, screaming. Are you having nightmares?
Midnight thinks about it. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. Does that, because that's an absolute lie, can I roll for like deception or something? I mean, what is it, acting, right?
So you actually want to lie to Ivana. Well, for all you know, he probably won't even want to roll for it. He'll just take it. So it's actually depending if you actually really want to put it as an elaborate lie, or do you actually want him to roll for it to detect it whether it's a lie?
Oh, because
Okay.
it was just Hibana asking are you okay? Then she's like, yeah, I'm fine. But she's not fine.
Okay. Then okay, that one is Hibana will need to roll for like on human perception against you, against your lie.
Acting, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh god, man.
What
Try it.
the hell?
Definitely, I believe you.
First,
Definitely, I
first,
believe you.
net 20, baby!
Net 20.
And I'm
Midnight just
close. I'm close.
First net
I'm
20 of the day,
close.
folks!
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
First
I
net 20
believe
of the
you.
day.
You're not even
Midnight
close,
kind of
okay? You're not
forces
even
out
close.
a
Mm-hmm.
very genuine looking smile, hiding whatever shit she's going through, and just chills out with Hibana at the railing.
Mm-hmm. So, what's the plan for today? Should I help you or should you help me?
I Actually, that is a good point. I have a big gig later in the evening at this bar. Some you know the
What? Shit. Yeah, can you repeat?
do you know the
Mm-hmm.
the rock band I've been working with?
Mm-hmm. What about them?
Oh yeah, they're having a little gig, and same old, same old. I'll just be there for security.
Mind if I tagged along?
What harm could that bring? Of course.
Exactly.
All right. Okay. While the both of you actually having a conversation at the top, meanwhile, Vanita, as you're actually taking nap, or perhaps one of the longest sleep you ever had, you feel that your head is like slowly ringing. You're unsure though. Actually, you try to actually like toss and turn, but you hear something like ringing in your head, ringing and ringing, ringing and ringing and ringing. Do you pick it up, Vanita?
Before that, well, whilst contemplating, I hear a robotic meow.
Yes, robotic meow, and somebody calling you.
Meow.
I
See the
I
Meow.
caller. You see the
uh-huh,
call. You open up your
Meow.
eyes. You squint and
uh-huh.
open up your eyes, and you see the caller name, and then you see Walter Cross giving you a call again. Like, do you pick it up?
Uh,
You got three
I
seconds.
I pick up the call and look at the sound of the source of the cat.
It's the neighbor's cat again.
As a door, really?
Yes. And then you hear a voice from the other end of the process saying, "Senator, can you put, please make sure that your cat does not make any sound." You hear Venator, you see a Walter Cross voice,
I just
serious as
got
ever.
I just rubbed my head. I just rubbed my head because. All right, come on. All right, out you go. Come on.
You sat on the chair, you sit
I go.
upright.
Is that right?
Wait, wait, how
And
many cats
I
are there? How many cats are there?
one. I have one cat, one robotic cat. I look in
Oh,
the
And
okay.
kitchen and I just notice piping hot of something. I just pour a cup and take a sip.
okay, you took a cup. Somebody apparently made coffee. You look around, you don't see Midnight and Hibana around. So obvious choice, the roof. You think to yourself, you don't have to think straight. You've been bunking them here for quite some time now. It's very obvious. But you took a sip, and then after that, while you actually took a sip, Walter Cross was actually talking to you while you're actually walking to take coffee. Yes, Venator, a minute of your time, please.
Yes, sir. What do you want? What do you need of me?
Not a job, perhaps, but do you have the appropriate crew this time? The last one was, how would I say, very displeasing.
No disrespect, sir, but I guess shit happens.
Yes, but you hear his voice like change. But, well, if you do have the time, I would really like to meet these other two people that you've been telling me about. Midnight, Ibana. I'm here now waiting it. I'll probably be here waiting for Subaki. I heard a lot about him myself. But if you don't mind, I have two tasks for you and your other two runners, of course. Let me send you the details. You notice the data actually streaming straight into your brain. As you receive the information, you see two people's faces, and their information, their whereabouts, and where they're currently staying at the moment. And you
Okay.
hear Walter Carson speaks out. I need to look for these two particular people. One of them, okay, apparently, his family was killed in a hit and run incident somewhere in a university district. He is known as Remy Lebeau, and I would need his expertise in terms to actually find some sort of miscommunication or some certain information. And then the other one, another net runner, Mountain Yong, apparently just arrived from China, currently staying in one of the Cube hotels. You can find him at the Cube, and Styx is also staying nearby one of the Cube hotels, so it shouldn't be that difficult. But knowing Remy LeBeau, he's most probably at one of the scenes right now. They were there at night. But I want you to find these people as soon as possible. Bring them over towards the Red Ribbon District, and then we'll talk.
Right. I got it. Do we have permission to carry arms?
You're permitted to actually carry the arms of the streets, Veneton. But you know the rules of the Red Ribbon. No weapons allowed. All weapons to be outside, taken care of. Well, you just need to look for Remy and also Maulinho.
Got it, sir. I'll do what I can.
Then you
All those
log out
birthdays.
from the
Uh,
call. You log out
uh,
from the call, and then you're there. Your right hand, a cup of coffee, your cat meowing and meowing nonstop, and then I'm looking at you. And after that, your cat actually like walking and circling around your leg, and then that is your only companion, the only person that you know, the only cat that you know that will never betray you. Your cat is cybernetically enhanced, of course. Probably lost a few legs, lost an eye, but it's the best you have. But you think to yourself, maybe it's time to head towards the roof and talk to Ivana and Midnight. Or you just wait for them to come into the living room. They always do. And just lie down.
I go to the sink to throw away my cup of coffee. Yes. Piece of shit.
Alright. Okay, you throw a cup of coffee, and your cat just like follows you around.
I tell Cazador, let's go. Come on.
Meow.
It
Please
just comes
meow.
it just comes it climbs on my shoulder and shoulder and we go to the roof.
Alright. Then you head straight towards
Meow.
the roof, and then while Hibana and Midnight is actually busy talking, okay, Midnight, Hibana, during the conversation, Midnight, you actually look towards the street, you look down, you see the normal people actually walking around. Mostly many of the people actually trying to live off the streets. But the combat zone further towards the south, the distance, you do hear gunshots occasionally. But it's so far they actually can't actually put over you to sleep. Staying within the combat zone and moving out from the combat zone was the best choice. And then after that, moving to a better service apartment. Then after you got up, you see Venator arriving through the service lift and then walking towards your general direction.
Hey,
Okay, Venator.
gringas. Hey, gringas. You got a new job. Sending details now. And I sent from my agent.
Midnight doesn't respond, but she does a slow dot.
I'm back. Okay. Whose turn is
Back.
it?
Hibana just say role play back.
No. Sorry, I was in the bathroom. So yeah, whose turn is it?
Oh, it's currently Venator who's like walking up
Oh,
to
okay.
us and telling us about a new job.
Mhm.
Sending deets now. And
Alright.
Midnight will take a look at the job at the deets before like giving a response.
Okay, Venator, you may need to actually role play this further with Hibana. Okay,
I didn't
because I need
actually
a
really get the
proper.
details because of the volume.
Yeah. Right.
Uh,
Okay, Venator, the role play again so that Hibana will be in the same channel and know what's going on.
all right. Okay. So I lean on the railing. They're just a short distance away. We're gonna need to recruit uh two two new guys, possibly gringos. One's a college kid, the other probably some hacker or some shit. I don't know. We need to go in armed just as usual, just in case. But don't even think about pulling the fucking trigger. Kapende?
Midnight
Uh,
stops messing around with her scope, just like aiming at the passerbys below, and puts the butt down to the floor. Sure, bringing a few more gunks into the team adds any value at all.
Fine, wants me to bring you two along. After what happened on the last job? Ugh, those those greens can't even do some shit.
Tell
Ew.
me about it.
So what's the target and how much?
Not tar not targets. Well, but of course, if we're talking about pay, check out who the client is.
Who?
It's in the details. It's in the details.
Oh, okay.
I
Where?
sent
Are
sent the
they?
You send
Oh,
the
uh
details, Venator. You send the
full det
details to both Hibana and Midnight. Just a simple detail, simple data information transfer
uh,
from you to them, very close by. And then after
so
that, for Midnight and
uh
Hibana, you see the details, the two people that actually is I need to be look for. And then you see the fixer known as Walter Cross. apparently wants both you all to actually seek out and look for Remy LeBeau and also another person, a China lady apparently. It's like Mao Lin Yong. This is probably gonna take some time to look for, and probably most likely you need to take a nearby taxi to search for them or look for them. The taxi fare itself is probably gonna cost you, and hopefully that once you arrive at the Red Ribbon Bar, that the fixer is actually able to actually give you the amount of money they actually need to actually survive and pay for the service apartment, and also in getting this at the two, you're not too sure what is so good about them, but only time will tell. That is the information that you receive.
What do I have to um use in terms of skills to look up the name Walter Cross?
In order for you to look up the skill of Walter Cross, okay, you can roll for
Mm-hmm.
streetwise. Okay, that is the word of the streets. And then after that, the other skill that you actually need to roll for it would be under business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay, let me just this is my streetwise and business is under education.
action skills. Correct. Okay. You heard about Walter Cross before. Apparently, he owns a corporation. But sometimes on the street, he's also a fixer looking for people to actually do stuff. None of them illegal, of course. He does things legally, so that none of the other corpos or sometimes the NCPDs actually go look for him. But apparently tonight he wants Venator to bring the both of you, both you, Ivana, and also Midnight, to search out two other people, Memelabu and also Malinio. That's all. That's the task. But that is not a task that the fixer actually wants you to do. It's just for you to actually bring this to see him at the bar.
Hmm. Basically, as Hibana looks him up, she's like, "So, what does a pretty handsome guy like him wants with a bunch of nobodies like us? Because whatever this guy's involved with, pretty sure is so fucked up that even he can't deal with it publicly."
Well, do you want the Eddies or not?
Hell yeah, I want the Eddies. At least I know he's good for it. Famous company, energy company owner. I mean, he's definitely good for the Eddies. But working with strangers, she's like scratching her head while looking at Midnight, and she's like, do we have to?
Again, do you want the Eddies or not, Gringa?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You
One
hear
thing.
somebody at the other end. It's like listening to, listen to Vanita, chicas. It's like, just take the job, damn it.
My
Midnight completely ignores him and he'll take the job.
we'll
How much
take it.
eddies are we talking about here?
Well, that depends. Well, they're alive, that is.
Depends on.
We'll see when we get there. You know these kind of people. So pay is always fluctuating. Let's go. I'll give you guys. I'll give you you two lovebirds another a couple of hours smooching and whatnot. That just will walk back to the apartment.
Okay, you went back to the apartment. All right. All right. Lastly, Hibana and Midnight. What do you want to do?
Oh, new job.
You really need to work on your social etiquettes. You can't be, cold, distant, and nerdy 24/7. You gotta be a bit cheerful. Your social skills, kinda, she does like a thumbs down. Kinda below sucks at the moment.
Midnight kind of shrugs. Well, let's not waste any time. It's Midnight looks at the time right now. What time is it, DM?
What time is it now? Well, right now, if it's like morning, right now it's already around 9:30 a.m. on the world map.
Well, it's getting a bit hot on the roof here. As Midnight just pecks I don't know why she always likes to bring the guitar case around with her, but she just does. She just packs the sniper rifle back into the guitar case, and best get guess we best get setting up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, can never be too prepared for a job.
Definitely. And don't worry, I'll try to negotiate at least 1,000 eddies for each, not 500 each.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Here's me hoping for a better pay. I need a wardrobe change.
Remember, we have that little plan about investing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The two of you, after having that short conversation, you two decided to actually head straight to the apartment and then get ready to prepare yourself. And then the three of you decided to actually head straight towards the lobby, head towards the street, and then hail the nearest taxi that you can find. Who do you go first? Maudin Yong or Remy Lebu?
uh,
I'll
I
let
think I'll
Venator.
do
I'll
1d4.
let I'll let Venator choose.
yeah,
Venator, please.
exactly.
I'll do 1d4.
You didn't
All
even
right.
declare one and two
Uh,
is who, three and four is
sorry,
who.
sorry. 1 and 2 is Mao Ling Young. 3 and 4 is the other guy. What's his name?
Roll again.
Sticks, can you please change your Sticks name to your character name, please? It's very confusing to a lot of people. Thanks.
Pardon?
Which one? Oh, you mean my right? Gotcha.
Yeah, because we assume that your character name is called Sticks and not Remy. All right, thanks. All right, Venator,
I mean the
you,
boats. All right.
you
All
decided to
right.
actually give the address to
Okay.
the taxi driver. The taxi driver apparently, this black man with his guys, like googly eyes, are looking at you, staring at you. One guy and two girls heading to the nearest club. The taxi driver asks you.
How delightful! I can't wait to see them doing it.
Midnight rolls her eyes behind her like cloth visor.
I just I just hope I just only keep my handgun steady just in case since I had to leave my AR at the apartment
All right, Nihal. And then after
and my
that, it's
cat.
like, okay, your cat. And then after the taxi driver, like, doesn't look like a band. Huh? Really, this white-haired girl seems to be carrying the guitar case, but what other two instruments are you two playing? The taxi driver looks at you, Venator, and then Hibana.
Okay, hold on. I will roll a simple acting check for
Mm-hmm.
lie.
Yep. Then, yep. Just roll for it.
Where's the social? There is social
DB,
conversation.
DB10 only.
Hold on. Trading, streetwise technique, performance. Performance, right?
It falls under performance acting.
Okay. Simple lie. I tell him, I'm just a bu- I'm just a fucking bodyguard. What do you think?
And then he looks, and the taxi driver looks at Hibana. So what are you, a groupie?
She just like hides inside her jacket as she types on her cyber deck for the driver and show him that she's just a technician. So I will also try to lie a simple lie to the driver. Let's see
Right?
where
Under
is the
performance acting.
performance.
Performance
Okay, yeah.
performance tab acting.
Yep. It's a simple lie that she's just technician.
And the taxi driver looks to you, right, technician. I wonder what
Just
do you technique?
drive.
He just laughed, all right, money is money. But now, meanwhile, before I charge you guys accordingly due to distance, meanwhile, Remy Lebu. It's been a while now at the University District. Another murder this time. This time near the Metro Cafe, Remy. Another drive-by shooting, maybe, or another gang-related attacks with innocent bystanders becoming the victims. When you arrive, NCPD is already at the scene and already cordoned the place. You see a number of bystanders actually standing there looking at the murder scene. You've seen this before. Your family was murdered. Same thing. You try to get the scoop as much as possible. You try to get as many information as much as possible, Remy. When you arrive at the place, you see the officers standing. You see the same officers you met before. Officer Sukino standing there, trying to stop the people from actually getting further forward to actually take a nearest scoop they can, or actually trying to get some videos to actually upload to social media just to get famous. In a distance, you can see Lieutenant, the police officer, Elena Mendoza. Elena Mendoza grew up in a family of police officers. Her mother was a Mendoza herself back in 2020. Even her grandmother back in year 2000. You check a scoop on them. Elena Mendoza, as beautiful as she looks, her hair like laid back slowly, and after she carried her gun on her side. You don't see her as cyberjack as much as possible. Mostly for Officer Sukino and Elena, they don't actually put themselves much with cyberwares unless they need to. They do have the weapons to actually stop any cyber attacks with their EMP bullets and their EMP grenades, and even in their EMP rocket launcher if needed to. The blast itself is more than enough to actually stop many people with cyberwares. But as you arrive, Remy, approach the scene, you just make it the nearest scoop. The two people that actually knows you, Sukino, Linda Mendoza, even Officer Philip Douglas, are by the side. So Remy, what do you want to do?
I get a small pad, digital data pad, my agent, and start making the usual notes, just the same sort of shit that I see at every one of these events. Shaking my head. And I'll walk a little bit closer, just so that they recognize that I'm standing there.
Okay. You walk a bit closer. You're standing outside there near the metro line. You walk. So where do you walk closer to? Next to Sukino?
Just up behind the crowd that's just here, over to the side.
Okay, you see the crowd. You see Officer Sukino notices you. As you said, there's no scoop for you here, Remy. Not much anyway. But are you here for any more information? There's really nothing much to actually help. I mean, you can actually ask Lieutenant Elena if you need more. I won't let you pass this time. I'm not too sure if she will let you pass. But actually, as you're about to head closer, you see Elena Mendoza actually walk closer towards you and towards Sukino and said, and then she immediately said, hold it right there, Remy. I'm not gonna let you pass. I don't want to let you see this scene. It might, you might be taking, you it might give you some PTSDs or any drugs you're trying to stop. Lieutenant Elena Mendoza just stops you there before you actually head forward. What do you want to do?
It doesn't look like I need to see this anyway. It's just the same old shit every day.
It's the same old shit, yes. Elena Mendoza looks to you, but this shit is totally completely different. But
How so?
random drive-by shootings don't specifically target specific people. This one was specific most of the time. The only few gangs that do drive-by shootings are the Philharmonic Vampires, the Bozos, heck, even the Kennedys themselves. We're not too sure who, but the weapons they use specifically is some are piercing rounds, some of them even incendiary. Ah, but just giving you too much information, Remy. But when you look at the scene itself, you look at the bodies, you look at Lieutenant Elena, you look at Suzuki, you just need to actually head closer. We are unsure. But when you head there, what do you want to do?
Suppose you're not going to tell me who they are.
Roll for your persuasion. But before that, let's just assume that you actually did some personal grooming and wardrobe style. Roll for personal grooming under social skills tab and roll for personal grooming and wardrobe. Okay, all right, all right, okay,
And persuasion?
okay. And after persuasion now, roll for it. Now you have +2 bonus. +2 bonus modifier is a 15. Okay, they pass. And then Mendoza looks to you. I know this actually, Lieutenant Elena Mendoza looks at you and she said, I know this is actually personal for you, Remy, but I'm gonna let you pass this time. As long as my superior is not here to look at this, I mean you're free. And after that, she heads over. Follow me, Remy. I want you to see this. She heads over towards the line. The officers let her pass. The officers, at first, they stop you, and then Mendoza, they said, "It's okay. He's with me." Then she was over the line and head over towards the bodies. You also crossed the line to see the others. When you look around it, you see the bullet shells. The woman, apparently, in the sidewalk. You look at her, perhaps around her 40s, you think to yourself, or perhaps older or younger. And then the boy next to her, maybe around 20, or perhaps below. Could be a son or could be somebody else. But I never knows out and Lucy and said, this lady, she was just walking down the street to actually head over to buy some stuff, perhaps, or perhaps to actually had some meet from friends. There are a number of bystanders here. Some of them actually saw the attack, but none sure. The car was just too fast. We actually asked some questions, but they couldn't answer back. You know about this, Remy. You know the people on the streets that don't like to talk to us NCPDs. You know them very well. But you're the only one we got. What do you think about this? Lieutenant Elena Mendoza asks you, Remy. You look at the two bodies. You look at the bullet shells. What do you want to do?
I squat down and reach out and just sort of part the shirt and lift up the pocket slightly, not like reaching my hand all the way in or anything like that, just having a look. And just without looking up, I'll just be like, I suppose you've searched them already. Did you find anything?
Well, for all we know, this woman, this young man, name is Lisa. The young boy apparently, Mark, the son. Well, the father's dead. Shot weeks ago. This is the second attack. What we know is the company was actually given to her. And she actually was actually, I managed to actually look after it. It's a pharmaceutical company, actually. Somewhere, well, if you want some more details, I can tell you. It's a Western development. Medical company, quite small even. But looking at this, I mean, who would actually shoot the young boy on her? You look,
Oh, indeed.
you look at the name. You took the name, Lisa, and then Mark. Lisa Spencer, and Mark Spencer. You write it down. She owns a medical company at Watson's. Apparently, now she's dead. You look at the pocket. You look around. Roll for perception. You don't see much. You're unsure. You look at the sun. You're investigating. You look at the sun talking. Roll for perception.
First net one of the day. Damn, boy. Ugh, first for everything.
Damn, and a 10 on that net one as well.
Yeah. Did you want me to roll that
Roll
again? Did you?
perception on Mark, the young boy. You don't see
Ah,
anything
yeah,
in particular. 14 minus 10 is 4. The Mark. You look at the bullets. Just through his chest easily. Bullets was high precision. Very strong. Gangs don't carry this type of high-tech weapons. Not that you know of. You think yourself, who's funding them? You're unsure. But roll for criminology under education skills. Holy moly.
A second net one? Oh,
This
dang,
is what
boy.
happened to me in the other game.
Lieutenant
Damn.
Elena Mendoza walk over towards you, Remy, and then after that he touched your shoulder. At first you were a bit nauseated. You almost keel over. And then Mendoza took to you and said, are you still taking those drugs, Remy? You should stop. Your family's gone. There's really nothing much you could do, but you really should stop on those drugs. You're getting quite addicted to it.
I'm clean today. least I thought I was.
Not from my understanding. She looks at you. It's like, well, it doesn't matter, Remy. We'll bring the bodies to the morgue whenever you're free, whenever you have time. Come over. Maybe you can actually for the talk and head over to the station. But you know how it is, Remy. This is a dangerous task that you actually. This is a dangerous situation that you're actually heading into. If people know that you're scooping too much into other people's things, you're gonna be next, just like these people. But as you're about to actually continue the conversation, the taxi dropped you off Venator, Hibana, and Midnight towards the nearest street. Let me drag you guys out. Midnight, Hibana, and Venator. The taxi driver couldn't go forward. Couldn't if he wanted to, because the crime scene was just too hot. The taxi driver just decided to actually say, "All right, well, let me look at the charges." The taxi driver said, "Before you actually head off, I'm not going to be staying here. But let me see. For every 10 kilometers, it is 20 eddies. From your apartment heading toward the university district, it is going to be. I am following the road here. Okay. We're going to divide this by 2. Oh, always, guys, always make sure that you turn on your calculator every time you play Cyberpunk Red, because this game is very heavy in the mathematics.
Lovely.
Unless you have a brain that is as good as a calculator.
Mm.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay,
As in Red
the total eddies of the fare, the taxi fare for you to actually drive from your apartment all the way here to this location at the university district is 160 eddies.
Midnight kind of shuffles around
divide
and nudges Hibana
divided
in
by
the
how many
side,
people?
divided by 3.
160 divided by
For
3.
40 EDs. 40
Mm.
EDs.
Yeah, 40 eddies.
Hibana just nudges you, like, I'll pay you later, alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Val- Venator, you think to yourself, man, the taxi fare was too much. Maybe this is time for you to look for a car, you think to yourself.
Yeah. I thought of that actually.
Yeah,
During the situation.
you think to yourself, maybe you should talk to your cousin outside the wasteland, Anthony Ramirez, the nomad. Just throwing names out there, right?
I give 55 eddies to to Hibana.
Oh god. Okay. She's giving you the money. She's giving you 80 eddies so you can pay the guy because she, covered
80.
her mouth. Yeah. 40
Oh,
from
okay.
her and 40 from her and 40 from basically Midnight.
80. Okay, so 80, that's half lah. So sorry, so that's 320. Okay. I gave the eddies to the taxi driver. We'll call for you when we need you again.
I'll be nearby. Taxi driver looks to you. Generous guys. As the 3 of you head further forward to understand, you see one particular man standing. It's like they're stopping you all. Wait, boy. Hey,
Okay,
Macha.
yeah.
Macha, tunggu sekejap, Macha. Jangan pergi dulu. Tunggu. Banyak polis sana tahu. And then after you took, what the hell is
I
guy
stop
talking?
I stop and look at him. The fuck are you talking about?
Sadly, the 3 of you don't have Malay language, of course. And after he speaks, sorry. Uh, don't go over there, my friend. It's a murder scene. The police cordoned the place really hard. And then there's some sort of investigation going on. So yes, I just said you didn't get further forward. But as the man was actually about to continue, you see one particular officer actually heads forward and says, "Hey, I know you. Monitor Ramirez. What are you doing here?"
Oh, here for a job.
Job. Well, this would have been your job, Anata, if you never left the force. Wait, let me check your background story. It's unclear. Wait, sorry. A bit of metagaming there. Yes, Venator, sorry about that, but you're a runner now. I appreciate that.
Behind.
I'm looking for someone.
Who
The
are you looking
boats.
for? Who are you looking for? You see
I thought
that Philbert Douglas, you know him, he's a police officer. If only he was actually spending more time chasing after gangs,
huh?
he wouldn't be so fat. But most of the time he would prefer to sit in his car patrolling only the safest areas of the city. Eating donuts, of course. But that's so far what you know about him. But Philip Douglas Philbert Douglas looks at you and said, okay, Venator, this time I'll help you out. Who you here for?
I'm here for the boats.
Boats. That man over there is a junkie.
Yeah. But Walter. Some. Oh, my fixer named Walter is looking for him.
But before I let you pass, I don't see you as a pimp. Why are those two girls with you? One dressed up so sexy with a short miniskirt, and the one with tight pants. Like, really? I mean, hey, Venata, he whispers slowly to you, and he walks over. Hey, if you really want to send them over to me, I might, or even give you more stuff to do.
I
I mean,
just say, talk to them yourself.
damn it. You know I'm good with girls.
I just, I just, I, I just look back at them just and then just nudge my head over to him.
Like you're not
I signal to them to come to me.
right, you signal the two girls to come over to you.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
All
already
right.
kind of near to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. They don't have to roll human perception against you. If the
Yeah.
DV is
Because
dead, the DV
yeah.
is dead anyway for human perception. They will understand that unless their DV is very, very bad. Right? They can roll
Yeah.
for human perception. Right. Hibana and also Midnight, please roll for social skills, human perception to see Venator nudging you guys to come closer. Right. Almost fail. Okay. Right.
So all guys on the social.
Yes. Oh man, it's like mark right on the dot of DV 10.
Okay.
Like
So since you two are next to me, I just tell you the tell you girls. Well, what do you want to do with him?
well, said the gods like that. Okay, I'll tell you what, Jonathan. I'll let you pass right over Remy. If you don't tell me who those two girls are, I'm not gonna let them pass. You better be clean with me, Jonathan. Who are they?
I just sigh with my hands on my hips. They're my roommates.
Roommates. Hmm. Well,
And if you think we're doing it, we're not.
well, you got a good case with us, but your reputation in the police force is still nil. So don't try to do anything illegal. If you're gonna be on the runner,
Uh,
well,
I told him I'm just gonna let you know though I'm armed just in case. You
yeah,
know.
I can see that. So you're free with me. Yeah, your two friends can pass. Remy's a bit busy with the lieutenant. And you know how Mendoza is. Well, she's just like her mother. If you guys were to think back in the Cyberpunk 2020 era, when you guys were still using Shadow, her mother was also Mendoza. Okay, all right. Then you see that Phil the Douglas lets you pass. Okay, Venator, and then also Midnight and Hibana. You guys can actually head straight towards the outside of the police line. Okay, you guys can move
Once
here.
we're out of earshot from that guy, Midnight just scoffs to herself. The sheer audacity.
You can move because just move your token.
Yeah, just
Where
move.
the hell is our token again?
I'm pinging.
I said what's your old character's name again?
Walter.
Walter.
Yeah.
The
He's
last name,
now
last name. What's his last name again?
Cross.
Cross. All right.
Yeah, he's the
Like most
fixer.
Walter Cross. Right. Okay.
He's,
Walter
Mm-hmm.
Cross.
he's a fixer that you need to meet later on. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
while you're actually behind the police line, Remy, Elena Mendoza touches your shoulder to ask you if you're okay to lay off the drugs. You look up to her. You're still a bit giddy. If it wasn't for it, you would have actually seen what's going on. She told you to actually head towards the bar and perhaps to actually towards the police station if you could. The nearest police station where you're staying in is really not that far, but this is not the time for it even. It's not for time for you to actually head towards the station at this very moment. Stewart Hospital is not far. That's where perhaps the morgue is. Elena Mendoza talks to you and she said, head towards Stewart Hospital, Remy, once you're free. Perhaps you can find more information there. I'm here to help you. I myself would also want to see the corpo that actually took your family down. If I could, I've tried to actually. I perhaps can give you some lead. You think to yourself, Remy, roll for education skills deduction. You look at the crime scene. You look at Elena. You think to yourself that I think it's best time for you to actually head towards more. But you are just one single person. You are alone. You are unable to actually take the corpo down, or the gang that they could be hired, that they could have hired to actually taken down these two, and even your family. But when you turn around to actually look around you, police officers, bystanders, but particularly three people that you don't know about suddenly arrive. Apparently, you look at them. Roll for social skills and the human perception.
This will be good. Oh, it was okay.
Is right.
Lovely.
Runners, you think to yourself, Remy, judging by the way they dress, judging by the way they walk. Apparently, one looks like a particular soldier, the way he actually carries himself. The second, a girl with short white hair, the way she walks. She carries a suitcase. You look at her. Nobody at that small petite size carries a suitcase unless she's in a band. The other two doesn't look like a band themselves. So you know that she's probably carrying some weapons inside. But you're unsure what type. But they are not here to kill people. That's what you know. If they wanted to, they would have. But apparently, when they arrived, all three of them were actually looking at you, your general direction. Okay, I'm going to be moving from Hibana, then to Midnight. From Hibana, then Venator, and lastly Midnight on the roleplay phase. Hibana, 2 actions for you. Okay, Remy is in front of you. What do you want to do?
I basically look at Midnight and tell her, like, in Japanese, you sure that's the person we're looking for?
Midnight responds in Japanese. Yeah, saw the deeds. Some crackhead. Very seems like you're the only one here.
Well, I can approach him. I'm shy around strangers.
I think you should be saying something like, "Sorry ga watashi ga sagishu iru."
Oh God, I can't speak Japanese. I want to learn. Anyway, she basically, like, while hiding behind
There we go.
Midnight, she basically looks at Venator and say, Venator-san, you approach the crackhead. I mean the
I
person.
click my head. I click my head to the two. Speak English.
Yes.
That was English, Venator.
Yeah, she was like, Venator, please approach the crackhead. I mean, the potential recruit. Feels like forgetting the fact she almost called him a crackhead.
I just sigh and shake my head. I will approach the police line, but while try to legally, by law, stay behind the line. I called to the man in front of me. Remy Labotes.
Remy.
You mean the
Remy.
crackhead? That's what you wanted to call me, right?
Ignore my friends over there. You need to come with us.
Lieutenant
Is this guy
Mendoza,
for real, Mendoza?
So Mendoza walked over and said, "The three of you, state your name. What's your business here?" You. She looks to you, Venator. I know you, formally perhaps. But you don't have to explain yourself. I know about your files. I check about you. But the other two, that girl, you over there, one of the points towards Midnight.
Embarrassment.
You with the short white hair. Why you here?
Midnight, I'm with him.
Hmm. So you're Veneto. And you go pointing at Ivana.
She's like Hibana points to herself. Me? As she like hides behind midnight. Yes.
I fist bump. This isn't some of your country's cartoon, all right?
And then Mendoza walks over towards Remy and said, Remy, they're here probably here for you. Friends of yours?
Never seen him before.
Hmm.
And isn't that your line usually?
Mostly. Yes, she smiled as she turns to you. But I'm kind of busy today. Remy, I do suggest you actually take some time off with the drugs if you could. But if these people are here for you for a purpose, they must be here for a really good reason. Turning him away. I know Venator really well. He's fine. He's good. Haven't done anything illegal yet, of course. If you did, Venator, please don't do anything illegal around the streets. If you could, try to take some gangs down. Don't get yourself killed if you could also. Really care much about your friends, of course. You see, and they nodded.
Detectives, reading the streets of these cyber psychos is just enough for me.
Yes. Then she turns to Remy. Remy, you can leave this to us first. Why don't you just talk to them and see what they need?
Yeah, why not? Guess I got nothing better to do.
You actually got up back up from a kneeling position while investing the bodies. You head out. You kneel over the police line and head over to actually look at the three strangers that's actually currently looking for you. Okay, now as like Ivana's done. Okay, Vanata, your cue now to talk to Remy.
The votes. We have a client of mine is looking for you. Ever heard of Walter Cross?
Okay, Remy, please roll for local expert. Okay,
Is that just under education?
local expert. Yeah, sorry about that. Local expert is under education skills, but there's a number of local expert you can take, and there's a number of districts. So Walter Cross, before you roll for Walter Cross, before you roll for local expert, you need to actually roll for perhaps under to see whether you know anybody under business or under bureaucracy. If you don't have any of these business skills or bureaucracy skills, then you have to roll either on using streetwise or local expert.
I'm a 0 on both bureaucracy and as in level 0 on both of those.
Then roll streetwise if you have any.
Uh, that one is under social.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. All right. Do you have local expert under New Westbrook?
No, I have the university district.
Okay, University District. Okay. If not, then most likely Lena will actually help. Okay, streetwise. You heard about Cross before. It's a fixer. Mostly looking for runners doing legal jobs, not the illegal ones. So for Cross to actually specifically ask for you.
What does he want with me?
So I just shrugged with my hand with my open hands in the air. No idea. All he wants is just to bring you and some another guy in.
This job. Where does it take us?
Uh, a red bar. I'll send you the details about the location to you. If, of course, you're willing to come with us.
Like I said before, why the hell not? Lead on.
Very well. Let's tend to the goals. Well, that was easy.
Midnight shrugs and proceeds to start heading over to get the taxi guy.
I then turned back to Remy. Oh, by the way, we came here with a taxi, unless you got a car, of course. But speaking of
Wait,
taxi, we're splitting the bill.
you think the crackhead has a car?
Right.
That's a laugh.
I know, but it's just a kind of joke. It's just a joke. I'll just
Remy.
act. I'll DM. I will. Can I roll acting to as a joke to
Yeah, you can actually. Remy, while he roll for acting, roll for your local expert university district.
Okay, I rolled 17 for choking.
Right? Okay, you joke. Okay, it's like
Second net 20 of the day.
actually Remy will have to beat your 17 under human perception.
Oh,
Nat
that's not
20.
going to work. That's
Oh,
impossible. That's impossible.
Okay.
unless you roll a nat 10.
Oh,
Hey, there we go.
I called it. I called it again.
Net 20,
I
baby.
called it. I called it.
This
Net
game
10.
is generous with its net 20s. This game is generous, unlike D&D, where it's hardly is even generous.
That's why there's a difficulty spike in any moment.
All right, Remy.
Mm.
If you look at Venator actually like cracking a joke, obviously trying to be sarcastic. You can actually see that trying to make a joke. But when you think about it, people, these three people that came all the way here from the Red Ribbon location, from Red Ribbon restaurant, taking a taxi, spending perhaps you think to yourself maybe about 100 over eddies, all the way from the Upper Marina to you, when you could just take the metro and only spend 20 eddies, no matter where you go, as long as it's not around the combat zone. You could just spend 20 eddies, you think to yourself. Why spend that much?
you never been on the metro before? To
I just turned back. Well, there's some places even the metro won't take us, hermano.
is it really
Bro,
off that far from the path of the metro?
I just shrugged. Maybe this next guy could be in the combat zone. Maybe not. Anyway, I don't like to take my chances with the metro. You got that. Turn back to turn to the taxi. You gain
Okay,
some, you lose some.
right. The taxi driver is apparently just waiting in the distance, looking to your arm. But Remy, do you want to take the metro or do you want to take the taxi?
I'll take the metro.
All right, there is only
Oh, yeah,
20
wait,
eddies
sorry.
deducted.
Sorry. Before we leave, I gave him the deets about where to meet Walter
Mhm.
Cross.
The Red Ribbon restaurant, you think to yourself, Remy? It's not that hard to find. It's at the Marina District location. It's simple. Just that the distance heading, just that the time for you to take to actually travel all the way there will take longer as compared to the taxi. But it's still cheaper than anything else.
Just as I leave, look over my shoulder at Mendoza and just give a nod.
She looks to you. She nods back. You know it. You know her number. You can just contact her anytime using your agent if you have any. You head towards the metro. Wow, Venator, Midnight, and Hibana look for the taxi driver. The taxi driver then looks to three of you as you actually enter the car. Like, huh? So where
Hold on,
to?
sorry, DM. I just waved to Douglas. Say, well, landed peacefully, like you always wanted.
Yep.
See,
This was you, D. Venator. Thanks. Anyways,
and next time if you want girls, just look somewhere else.
well, well, you know me. Perhaps, perhaps I should look for you for a job to look for girls. Maybe I should find
I
out.
just that well, and then I walk away and sigh under my mutter in my breath. Puta.
And after that, you head towards the taxi. While Remy, you head towards the metro. The metro is here, okay, where you came from earlier on. So you just need to head towards there.
Yeah.
Yeah. While the others actually took the taxi over here. The taxi driver looked at the three of you and said, "So where to this time?" You think to yourself, "Do you think you can actually get it cheaper this time when you actually take the metro?" All right.
I,
For those that want to take the taxi and try to actually get a discount, okay, the three of you can roll for personal grooming. The personal grooming DV is 15.
okay. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just gonna simply ask a question to
I
the
can
taxi
imagine your
driver.
character. I can imagine your character trying to do personal grooming and trying to woo the taxi driver.
No. Okay,
Done.
I'm just gonna talk
Done.
to I'm just gonna talk to him. To ask him. Think you can get showing the location of where Lin Yong was last seen, and ask him if I can take the metro there instead.
Okay, you ask the taxi. You ask the taxi driver. Well, whether you ask the metro, but you ask him roll for persuasion. Roll for no, no, sorry. Roll for conversation, not persuasion.
Okay, social, not social.
Social skills, conversation.
Okay, conversation. Oof, not gonna work.
The taxi driver said, "Yes, sure, you can take the metro. It's just going to take longer time for you to arrive." The taxi driver tells you straight. But if you were to ride in my taxi, well, if these two girls want to ride me, of course, I can send them over to the where this person you're looking for is right now.
Midnight kind of hops into the taxi and kind of just
Flips your hair.
slow kind flips the hair kind of like let's see what I can get away with. And just like kind of like crosses her leg and kind of looks at the taxi driver with her like with that look. It's like, yeah,
Okay.
I'm sure we
Alright.
can come to an agreement here.
This driver
I,
looks to you
I,
like,
the taxi driver. I understand what the taxi driver's expression is. I just look at midnight. Are you? Ah, puta
right.
madre.
Fuck up, gold.
You notice the black man's eyes widen, even though his eyes is cybernetic. Like, oh, it thinks, well, that's not every day that two beautiful women is in one car. But, and then he wonder, how do you approach the taxi driver?
When she basically before she like her turn to get in, she's like give him the classic Japanese bow, and she basically say, "Nice to meet you, sir," in like very schoolgirl like manner, very shy as she said to him, "I'm very sorry, I'm so sorry," as she basically sits elegantly near midnight.
I decided to fuck it and just hop in and sit at the other end of
And
the
then
back seat.
you say that, and it's like, the taxi driver is like, well, for you too, and of course for you. Huh? Well, I don't mind driving all you for free. Of course. But, and then you show him the address, Vanessa, where Mounting Yong is. And then you drove, driver brings you to the place, which is actually isn't that far. It's really not that far from the university district, the way Mounting Yong is. It's roughly just a few kilometers. Very close by. Really, really close by. To the Cube Hotel it is. They drove. And then, meanwhile, at the Cube Hotel, Mao Ling Yong. It's a small room, you think to yourself. It's comfortable enough. You got your own plant around there. You pay for it every single month, like a proper simple citizen, Mao Ling Yong. You got up from your bed, you look at a data pad, the door next to you just opens up. Of course, you can smell the stench, of course, from the hallway. You can see the people in the other hall, two guys apparently still talking to themselves. Normal things. You pass them every single day. You see them every single day. Every time you do your net run, simple net run that you do for simple jobs, simple money. You see Del Hardy. You see Elmo White. Heck, even you met a sister, Camellia Hardy here, most of the time. But as you're about to leave, your data pad started to actually ring up. You can hear the sound. You can hear the ringing sound. And you pick it up. You have 3 seconds.
Oh well. Now what?
You
Pick
pick
up.
up.
Mm.
You pick up the pad. You see a man at the end, a voice apparently, no face, just a voice. They introduce himself. It's been quite difficult. It's been quite difficult to actually contact you.
I know not many people around. How do you get my number?
You were quite hard to detect, but also quite easy. It's not all the time that somebody such as you, your name, of course, would actually come to Night City, all the way from China.
And how do you know? No, in Chinese, 又是这个老头子的声音。it means that damn that sound of the old man again.
You hear him. You hear him speaking back to you. 你不知道我是谁？我讲给你听猜。我这里是 Water Cross. It speaks to you. It's like you don't know who I am, But let me tell you who I am right now. My name is Walter Cross.
Walter Cross.
You hear this, man? Walter Cross. Cross is not a Chinese name, but he's very fluent in Mandarin. So,
Have I ever in continue in Mandarin? I know I can speak Mandarin, but I'm just going to for the benefit of the other.
for the audiences and also our friends. So we speak Mandarin to Walter Cross. Walter Cross speaks Mandarin to you in order that no other people would actually listen to your conversation. Walter Cross tells you for you to speak the Mandarin language, and then you're actually quite intrigued and quite surprised that he's really fluent in it. And he tells you,
That's why I would say, have I worked with you before or worked against you? Or maybe I have maybe I have a muck around with someone's secret recipe during one of my jobs. I don't know.
"Nah, you never work against me or with me. But let me tell you one thing, Miss Mao, your father did. Your father worked together with me. It was a long time ago.
My dad, my dad's a security enforcer, and how does he work for you? You from Great Wall?
Once you work for me further, I'll tell you more. At the moment, I would like you to work for me, of course.
You know my father?
I'll tell you more. If you accept the job, of course.
Okay, now you got my attention. If you know my father, something about where my father is.
Yes. But at the moment, I got my people looking after you. For now, of course. But I'll tell you more face to face. Over data or over communications line like this can be quite traceable if people were to actually put harm in my way, of course. I would like you to actually head towards the Red Ribbon bar tonight, if you could. Do you have
Okay,
time?
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. At least I want you to be. At least I want you to be honest about my dad.
I'll tell you more. But I would need you to trust me first. And I need to trust you. Walter Cross speaks out, his voice, but it's turned this time, serious this time. You can hear it. You can feel it from the other end of the line. Do I have my word that you join? But I have sent one of my personal extractor to actually appear before you, to actually talk to you, if they could, to try to persuade you. You don't have to tell them that you joined me, of course. Let's keep this secret between you and me.
And then you expect me to follow your enforcers?
Yes, of course. They would bring you to see me. For you to travel through the streets by yourself could be quite dangerous at the moment.
And that I know pretty well.
Yes. Welcome to Night City, of course. The city of dreams, where many legends die, where many legends bred, where many legends rise.
All just I want is look at my dad.
And
Oh well. And people, you say? Who are they?
they'll be arriving soon. But before then, goodbye. Wow. Then after that, the phone drops, and you hear.
And then I say, how rude.
Then after that,
Ah, nah,
meanwhile,
nah.
meanwhile,
Oh.
midnight, Hibana and Vanita. The taxi driver dropped the three of you off near the Cube Hotel. He sat there waiting. I'll be waiting here for the three of you, lads. And then you realize that when Hibana and Midnight turned to actually walk towards the door of the hotel, you could feel as if that the man is actually ogling at your behind. Not ogling at Venator, of course. There's really nothing much to see. But
Mm,
only at Hibana.
that sexy armor. Oh man, look at that tactical
A
battle
booty.
suit.
No,
Yeah,
speak
no.
Spain.
You don't
Da
get.
booty. Da booty.
Tactical armor jack. Wow.
Right, midnight, Hibana and Venator, you went to the lift. The lift is a bit cramped. You head straight to the second floor. And then after that, you appear before the lift itself. And you can see two people actually talking and talking. You can hear them actually talking near the side of the wall. You can hear one man buckling, one wearing some sort of red jacket, and said, "So are you sure that this task is going to be difficult?" And you hear another man's voice said, "Ah, I got another friend. It's a net runner. Definitely can actually get those ladies that we need. So how much do we need actually? We need to pay for this place. Ah, just a simple 500 eddies would be enough to actually cover some food for the whole month. Then we're free. And perhaps, hey, do you think that do you think that if we join any of the gangs, we can actually survive the streets for at least 1 other month?" And you hear the other man with the red jacket that speaks out. "Well, I hear that Maelstrom is actually opening up." "Maelstrom? Man, they're gonna make us bored, yo." And then the red man with the red jacket speaks out. "Well, and then let me think. Hey, how about the Chromes? And I mean, they're looking for people. I mean, I heard that. Well, I'm not too sure about it, but let me think about it. It's really difficult. We really need the money for the month." You heard all that conversation, of course, the three of you. But you know that Mao Ning Yong's room is just at the other end. So, going to go from again Hibana, Venator, and Midnight Hibana. Questions for you. Where do?
Hibana basically looks at the condition of the cube hotel and everything. Then she looks at Veneta and say it like in a shy tone, since they are in public. "Are you sure the person actually lives here and hasn't died here?"
I just walk to the front of the group. It's in the deeds. All right. If it's a trap, we would have been dead already.
Let's just go. We're wasting enough time already.
Feel so violated just standing here.
I scold her in Spanish. In Spanish. Stop being so quiet and let's move, bitch. Of course, she doesn't understand it because she doesn't have Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I
wait until she
I
buys
knock
a
on,
translator.
yeah, I knock on the door.
You know the door. Tuk tuk tuk. Mao Ning Yong. You hear a knock. The moment
No. Go to no. And not hear the knock on the door. The hand goes towards my pistol, which is
Okay,
which is behind which is actually at the one side of the door.
okay.
What's the name of the dude again? What Cross?
Hmm?
What's the name of the dude again? What Cross?
Walter Cross.
Ah. Walter
Okay, so-
Cross, job now.
Okay,
No.
I
My door has a slit, right?
yeah.
Huh? Open up.
Okay. You open up the slit. You look at this man's face. He looks like Brad Pitt, maybe. I'm just assuming that maybe Venator looks
Yeah,
like.
just assume any Hispanic heritage famous
Um,
famous people that you can think
what's
of.
the name of that? What's the name of that actor from Sicario? Del Toro. I forgot. Like you see, is like this man. Funny. Okay. Maybe the guy from Andor. Okay. Maybe the like.
Wow. Hey, isn't that the same guy from the terminal? The one that bawa drive the airport meals?
Yeah.
I think it's the
Something
same
like
guy. I think it's the same guy.
that. Okay. How are you, Morning Young? You answer back. You answer in English or answer in Mandarin?
In Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, yawa.
That's Cantonese.
Let's get
Hey,
to
I
this.
can speak Mandarin
But
dialect.
I'll
Okay?
be the. But I'll be the background noise. You sang that.
That's my hidden voice. That sounds more like my hidden voice.
This because you're on the second floor, you hear the third floor auntie screaming in Cantonese. Okay,
And
Morning
also
Young.
crack 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 crack.
No. 追仔頂高比
Alright.
What the landlady from the landlady from what the Kung Fu Hustle.
Yeah, and also playing mahjong and all the aunties and grandmas playing mahjong.
Mm-hmm. And you
Herbert,
see,
I'll just be your background. Herbert, I'll just be your background. Your background noises is like, "Tôi này lô mố à, trong này lô con, hoàn phát nhiều thế à."
Oh my god.
Okay, anyway,
Who's
Venator and
there?
Mount Okay, roleplay between Venator and Mount
And
Marlon. Okay, go ahead first.
imagine, who are you?
I just look at him. I look at the person inside. But we're looking for Mao Lin Yong. We're sent by Walter Cross.
Close the slit. And then turn on the intercom. Hold on for a while. And then I pack up my gear. And then my armor jack, I will dress it underneath my I'm going to wear streetwear for this one. Although my clothing style is businesswear and everything, but I do buy myself a few sets of streetwear. And then I do, oh yeah, I have a pet bunny. So that it does not make some noise. A robotic bunny. Pet it. Alright, Brownie. You stay here, but in your cage.
Okay, Venator, when you look at Mount actually have a pet bunny, and then after that you remember your pet cat back at home. Oh, another person that actually love his animals or her animals. You think to yourself,
Mao Lin Yong, you're coming with us. Let's go.
dead or alive, you're coming with us.
No. You're coming with
My
us.
God, you sounded
You're
like you're
alive, you're
arresting
coming
him.
with me. It's
You sounded
Robocop.
like you're arresting him.
Yes.
It's Robocop.
Venator, your background story, are you a former cop? You were a former cop, right? Or former soldier?
No. Merc.
Oh, merc. I think,
Oh,
but
merc.
mercenary have to be a former military, either military or police.
Law enforcement.
Yeah, law enforcement
Okay.
or either military. You cannot be a mercenary unless you have another job before that. Yeah.
See,
Okay.
I look
It's
at
okay.
my.
You will think
Yeah.
about it. You will
Yeah.
just write about it until next week. Okay. So just think about it. And then after that, then okay, Mount Yong,
Yeah.
Venator actually like he
And then
speaks
open,
up.
and then
Just like a
and then
typical law enforcer. You're coming with us.
no, open the door. So Walter Cross sent his dogs. Great. I guess don't piss off their dogs because dogs are generally very feral. You say Walter Cross? You got something for us? Let's see what does he have.
Right. Let's go. Of course, if you're willing, or not, it's up to you.
You gotta go where you gotta go, right?
That's right. Come on, we got a taxi waiting for us downstairs.
And then meanwhile, send a message to my mentor. Got a job. Don't worry about me.
You send.
No. It's not metal. It's called Shifu.
You
Shifu.
send a message to your. You send a message straight to your mentor, IP man. And after
No,
that,
it's not really called IP man, but it's not really called IP man. But in this sense, we're gonna call it IP man.
Don't you
yes,
just
of
name me IP man? It's
No,
fucking,
It's
fucking rad.
it's not
he's
IP.
IP man.
Yes,
He's the
IP
IP
man.
man.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay, Venator, Mount Midnight, and also Ibana. Ibana, you heard what Mount said? It's like calling you and others like Walter Cross dogs. Oh, you feel offended because of that, but you just keep quiet. And then Midnight just shrugs. And then after that, all four of you actually head out, took the nearest lift, and went down. Head towards the lobby and head towards the street, where the taxi driver again is waiting. The man inside, his eyes widen. It's like, whoa, another woman. Damn.
this
And
is
then after that,
No. I go to and I go to the taxi driver. You want one of us? Prepare for, and then I take out my cyber deck, play the meme. Emotional damage.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Mount Young, please roll under social skills for personal grooming and wardrobe style.
Personal grooming.
this must be the luckiest taxi driver.
Hmm.
Like literally
Okay,
the luckiest.
Wardrobe.
Okay. Correct. You were never the best when it comes to dressing up, but you tried to be your
Never.
best. So, but this is the DV for Walter Cross. But the DV for the taxi driver, you pass. So the taxi driver is like, whoa, damn, this must be my lucky day. Three beautiful women and one man, of course, with a tight ass. But
Is
I,
it?
No, no, no.
Midnight says in Japanese.
the guy looks at you puzzled. Do I know what you just said? But I'm gonna
Oh.
take it as a compliment, he says.
Midnight nods as she sits in the car and kind of sneers to Hibana behind. Fucking honey gonks. Such simple-minded fools.
Hibana, the other thing she does, she's like gently elbow you in the on the
She
side.
says it in
on-
Japanese.
yeah, on the side of your stomach. She's like, don't say anything else, because she's already embarrassed as it is.
No, no. In Mandarin. In Mandarin. Not this Jap. Oh, come on. Japanese. 又是这帮日本，又是一帮日本鬼。Another type of Japanese countries.
Okay.
Okay.
So we decide to go to the restaurant where we are supposed to meet with Walter
Yes.
Cross.
Yep. Then after that, all four of you then drove off towards this district where Walter Cross is actually waiting. It's gonna take quite some time for you to arrive. It's already way in the afternoon. By the time you arrive, it's probably gonna be almost evening. But do you all want to stop at your apartment first to actually get yourself prepared and ready because the ones that needs to roll for personal grooming wardrobe style is Venator, Midnight, and Hibana. You guys cannot roll for that if you guys are.
Did we roll already?
I didn't, but
I did
I
not
didn't.
also.
You did not. You
Yeah.
all did not.
Yeah.
I keep track.
All
So
right.
do you all head straight to the Red Ribbon Bar, or do you head to your apartment to prepare yourself for the night?
Temporarily stop at,
Uh,
at the apartment so we can
Yeah.
properly
Room?
prepare.
Yeah, and I would like to include a conceal roll to hide my handgun, just in case.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. First things first. Okay. Venator, because you guys are now asking the taxi driver to actually swerve to actually move to, but he's okay with it. But now, all right. Venator, Hibana, and Midnight roll for personal grooming and wardrobe style. One person each, please. Starting with Hibana.
Oh, sorry,
Okay.
I rolled mine first.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
Holy. Wow.
oh
Okay.
dear Lord. Oh dear
Wow,
me.
you
Okay.
choose the worst clothes to go. I don't know what type of clothing you're wearing. It must be so bad to the that
It
so
just
it's
it,
so
it
mismatched.
it's basically
mismatched.
it's basically whatever.
doesn't match.
Yeah, it's basically whatever she wears, basically, like in
Okay,
terms of.
I'll roll
And
my.
Herbert is
I'll roll my
10
wardrobe.
minus 9, so it's literally 1. It's 10 minus 9, so it's literally 1.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. It's like wearing a t-shirt and like short pants and that's
Mhm.
Okay.
Herbert,
No,
he's just in his
okay.
underwear.
No,
He has no
t-shirt.
social skill. He's just wearing in his underwear.
No, singlet, boxer short, slipper Japun.
yes. Yes. Okay. Venator's personal grooming is 17 as a pass. Fibana failed miserably. Venator then wardrobe and style is okay. So you know to wear what the best clothes to wear to head towards the club. So you actually
Okay.
wear a suit. Okay.
Okay. Since Walter Cross says no weapons, can I roll my
Yes. Roll
conceal?
for conceal reveal object under awareness skill, please.
Yep. Oof.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
pass? No, right.
No, no. They will be able to see it.
Okay.
Okay. They will see it.
I'll just I'll just hand over my handgun to the the guards before I go in.
Yep.
That's my plan, lah.
All right. Okay. All right. For midnight. Okay. Midnight. Okay. Perfectly. She wears the best. It's like she know what to wear, making sure that the club actually can see it. But sadly for Hibana,
No, you are
they
naked up there.
Midnight just
they do
looks
not
back at
allow you.
Hibana.
They,
What the
they don't
fuck
allow
are
you
you
to
wearing?
enter. Hibana,
Mhm.
they actually stop you before you even enter. They just tell you you're not properly dressed for this girl. Your
She
exclusive club.
basically looks at them and wait. Let me actually check my skills. Can I try to convince them that I am overly dressed for for
You
this
need
for
to
this
roll
place?
for. You need
Mhm.
to roll for persuasion with a -4 penalty.
Ooh.
18.
Come on, push it your way out.
Nope.
Mhm.
Fail.
Yes.
TV is
Oh
14.
no. 14.
Yeah, it's -4, so it's
So
14.
Yeah,
14,
minus
14.
4. Yeah, DV is 15.
Just so close. So close.
You want to use
So
your luck?
close.
Yeah, I'll just use 1 luck point.
Okay, here's your 1 luck point.
Oh,
All right.
the casualty.
Okay. You try to persuade the guard, the two guards. So like one male, one female. The female guard looks to you. Let him in. Let her in. Let her in. It's okay. It's like she's with Walter. She's with Walter. And after that, they just let you in. They let you all in. They let you all in. Like Venator, Mao Ning Yong, Midnight, and even Hibana. Even though she's not dressed for it, she's not the best dressed in the
Herb,
house. But,
Herb, sorry,
Mhm.
sorry to stop you there. But I thought luck only can be used before you roll, not after you roll.
Yeah, sorry. Thanks for reminding me. Yes, you have to roll for luck before you roll. Sorry, Hibana. It's like rule as written. You failed, so
Wait, so I cannot
you
use my luck even after this?
no, you can because you need to use your luck before you roll.
Rule
Oh,
That's
as
the
written,
rule.
okay.
I already shared on the group chat. It says that
Mm.
before you roll, you can determine how many points you put into your roll before you decide to roll. But it never says that you can roll it after. It says that you have to determine the point before you roll, not after you roll.
Yes, that's rule as
It's
written.
different.
So
It's different
Hibana,
than D&D. It's different than D&D.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right, okay. Before the woman, the guard actually let you enter, but the guard, the male guard, suddenly said, "No, rules as are rules. You stay out from his place. The way you dress, you're just gonna make our place look bad." The man tells you, Hibana, and then the girl looks to you. Sorry, rules are rules. You can enter.
Come on. As
Nah,
Midnight kind of tries to step in.
nah,
We're here
Right.
to see Walter Cross.
nah.
Can we just let this slide? As Midnight kind of pulls out a spare jacket that she has and kind of flops it over Hibana. Maybe this will help
Hibana's
cover
turn
up
or
the
he ended.
mess.
Okay. Midnight. Then after midnight, if you fail, it's Venator's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, midnight. You talk to the guards, and then after that, the guards look at you. Like, roll for persuasion or -4 penalty because the penalty is still carried over.
Oh
Luck point,
no.
luck point, luck point, luck
No, I'm
point.
not fucking spending a luck point. I only have 2 luck points.
Yes. So you use 2 luck points. That's it. Nope. It's a fail.
Nope.
The guard looks to you. I'm sorry. The rules are rules. Go. You can enter, of course. You're properly dressed for this. And then looks to the others. And then looks to Venator. You can enter. But Venator, Midnight tried. Do you want to try to bring Hibana in? Chase your bunkmate, of course.
Okay, I take out a piece of a piece of outer clothing. I don't really need to wear. Don't really have to wear. It's just a jacket. Then just toss it to her face.
Okay, you just like wearing. Then after that, you tell the guard, "How about this?" But again, you have to roll for persuasion -4 on the guards.
All right, you got it. Let me look
Oh,
if I can.
Sit the guards. Luck
Social
point,
skills.
luck point, luck point.
Too bad.
11.
Oh lord. Oh lord.
Should have
Wait,
used all your
didn't you
luck points.
spend a luck point?
No, I did not.
No, no,
Hmm.
he didn't declare. He
Okay.
didn't declare.
I tried to
And,
guess like that, but oh well.
and after that, the guard she looks at Hibana. Even though you took off your jacket, your coat to pass it over to Hibana, the guards no. Now she looks even uglier. I mean, her clothes doesn't match. This is an exclusive club, Venator. You know that personally. And then Mounting Yong, you dress up also nicely. You look at the group. You look at Hibana. You look at her puppy eyes.
No, no,
Like
no. Very in Mandarin. 真没脸. No, I have no face. And then I take out my cyber deck and play the sound. Emotional damage.
and after that, you don't give an F on Hibana. You just enter.
Can
And
I?
then of course,
Is that the only track you've got? Come on, it's getting old.
that's more. Never gonna
Come,
give
come.
you up. Never gonna let you down.
Ah.
Around it.
Please hurt you.
Now that's more
Okay.
like it.
Mountain Yong, what do you want to do? Do you ignore him and I just enter? That's all.
Ignore. And then of course proceed to the counter. Deposit the weapon. Lah. I have a medium pistol.
Yeah, they
Uh,
only allow handguns. They don't allow rifles or so on. Rifle
Okay,
will be immediately
Handguns are
confiscated.
fine. Handguns are fine.
Yeah,
Mhm.
as I asked if I can conceal or reveal my handguns. I want to roll that so I can hide my handgun just in case.
Okay, you already rolled for it just now. They actually
Yeah,
notice
that's
it.
right.
You have
That's
to
why.
pass it,
But
and after that they look at Midnight. Midnight, you carrying a rifle? If you're carrying a
Oh,
rifle,
Midnight takes out like her guitar case and puts it down on like the counter.
Mhm.
Don't question it.
Right. They look at the rifle. They look at the case. Typical. You may enter. They look at Hibana. You stay outside with the biker gangs. And then after the Hibana,
I'll actually try to sneak in, to use stealth so I can sneak in when they are least suspected.
there's only one entrance in and out. So there's another exit. They go straight to the club, of course, also guarded by the guards, but it's underground. So you can actually roll for stealth. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
these people are
then
like
with the crowd.
How many guards are outside here? Because like currently Midnight is being like getting busy, like making one of them busy, like with her shit.
Okay, before anything else, before I go to your scene, before anything else, lastly, it's Haliman's turn. Okay, Haliman, let's go to your scene.
Aliman.
Haliman, you got your small apartment given to you, perhaps by your ex-girlfriend. But again, you try to make ends meet. You don't have any money left. You have nothing, actually. You don't have much to even pay for the apartment, and the month end is coming. You think to yourself, you just need to actually get that eddies to pay for your apartment. Otherwise, you'll be sleeping in the streets. Before you could do anything, you lie there on your bed, staring at the ceiling. Think to yourself, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? You think to yourself, oh, anything else? You hear a knock on the door. You hear a knock, like tung, tung, and you hear a voice from outside the door. Aliman, Aliman, oi, Aliman, ikut dalam tak? Hai, buka pintu, babi.
Wah, Malay lah. Walau. Very
Kakak
diverse.
hijau, buka pintu. Buka pintu.
Ah,
Oi,
yalah,
babi.
yalah, oi. Buat pagi ni apa hal?
Ini pajahan.
English guys.
Okay. And then translated into English, you, you see from the camera again, you see again the person that was waiting for your rent to be paid. This is the front door. This is the front door. Remember, these are walls so that you can see yourself. These are the front door. Okay. And then you can see the door. Look at the camera. You can see the man after that. It's like Malik Conrad, he calls himself. Malik Malik Conrad. Yeah. Malik Conrad. He's like there again with his goons or piranhas asking for the rental money. You've been staying here for some time. Yeah, sure. Your girlfriend loves you, but she loves and hates you at the same time, sending you this tour for the combat zone area. You can hear the gunshots. You try to sleep. You can hear the screams even. You can hear the sounds of death most of the time. You can hear the sound of screams, the sound of cars exploding. But there's nothing much you could do. You're just a techie. You're not a solo. You're not a net runner. You're not even a corporal. You were a corporal, but you lost your job. Somebody made fun of you. She sent the videos over the internet, over the net. Everybody saw it. Everybody laughed at you. But there was nothing much you could do, Liman. Day in and day out, you get bullied by Malik Conrad and his boys. You have to look mostly behind your back to make sure that you don't get shot or worse, raped by these people. And they would love to do it for you. They live and thrive on rape, and they find it happen, and they will just jump on you when they see fit. They don't care whether you're a woman or anything. But you see Malik banging on the door. Open the door, Aliman. It's me, your old buddy, old friend, Malik.
Aduh. You want the rent, right? It's not due to the next week.
You got a few more weeks, Aliman. Few more weeks to pay. If not, well, me and the boys here gonna make sure that this apartment will be.
And what? Rate me and send it to the video. Been there, done that. You need to get better on your job, man.
It's not our job sometimes. But you better be watching your mouth, Aliman. You might never know where your mouth might end up in, or what's going into your mouth.
Oh, maybe I could suck a small pee. Oh wait,
Wait,
you're
before anything,
there.
roll for body skill, resist torture. You fail.
I don't know.
Honor.
I don't know. Is this torture or is this pleasureful? I don't know.
Roll roll a
Both.
1d6. Roll a 1d6 to your humanity. You
Emotional
receive 1d6
damage.
humanity damage. 1. Okay, you're
Hey.
lucky. Okay. So it's like the man tells you, you don't want anything to happen to you, Kaliman. We saw the video. We saw everything. I sudah tengok pun. I already saw everything. He said, we saw everything. This is the only place you can actually find a safe place to run away from the corpus. You got money to pay, my friend. Whatever you see, you got nothing much. You better be careful. You better be careful. Essay pula. I was like, you better be careful, boy. Otherwise, things gonna be sticking up your mouth or even behind you, and you're gonna
Why
love
not?
it.
Why not both? Oh wait, you can't. Cause why? You're cybernetics.
Mm, You better stop that. But you go until the end of the month. Besides that, we'll be back. You see Male, Conrad, and his boys left your apartment. You can see the neighbors, your neighbors, you left your right. You can feel them actually listening to the whole conversation. There are other neighbors here in your apartment. But before could anything, you left your agent on the bed. You hear the phone suddenly start to ring.
Mhm.
Oh, you're not playing the tune. I'm surprised.
I don't want to. You pick it up. You pick up your agent. You see an unknown number, an unknown call calling you. Do you pick it up?
Hmm. Press receive call.
You receive a call, and after you hear a voice from the other end speaking to you in Malay, saying, "Apa khabar, Aliman?" Start saying,
Hmm. Tahu Melayu ke? Hi,
"Ah,
Ron.
saya ni orang putih." I am a white man. He's like in English. After that, he's translated from Malay into English. I'm a white man, of course. You don't have to worry about me. You can call me friend for time being. But
All right, friend.
I just don't want you to be so suspicious. But let me introduce myself to you first. My name is Walter Cross, and I would like to help you.
Hmm. Help me. In what way?
I heard stories that you were kicked out from the corps, Militech. You were kicked out from Militech for things
Uh,
that you did not do.
not Militech. Arasaka to be exact.
Ah,
That's it.
sorry.
Hmm. Militech
Okay.
is just a contract work.
Ah, small contract work, of course, enough to just pay the rent just for the month, enough to survive, but not enough for you to actually do anything else. Month by
So,
month by month, you do that, of course. Arasaka did not treat you well. Oh, pity. But I'm here to treat you appropriately, of course, Aliman. If you care to actually listen to what I'm going to propose,
go on. I'm listening.
you're the best at what you do, a techie, of course. But I need somebody of your particular set of skills to work with me. And, of course, work with others in terms of a job. A job that there would be most people would see to be illegal, but I could make it legal.
Hmm. Does it involve me making crazy weapons or I can touch rare materials?
Ah, nothing to do with weapons. Let's just say that there are just some things that I need you to obtain from the certain location, of course. I have
Hmm?
acquired a number of edge runners to work with me. I would like you to meet me face to face if you
Hmm.
would be willing to travel. Obviously, it's quite dangerous from where you're staying at right now. So I have sent a personal member of mine that's working with me to pick you up.
Mm,
Apparently.
sure, I'm interested. But can I add a little incentive? Can you pay for my rent for the month? And I'll do anything you want.
Roll for social skills persuasion. It's a done deal, of course. This deal, Haliman. Don't be so
Bagus!
right at that.
Bagus!
Nice.
Nice, nice, you said so. Bagus, bagus. And then he speaks to you again in Malay. And he said, then it's agreed. Well, verbally contract, of course. I have sent my boys to actually pick you up. You don't have to worry about Malik. I have told him to actually lay you in for the time being. For the month, of course. Your payment to be paid for, we'll pay for the apartment. But I would like you to meet the crew.
Send me the address where to meet up. And I'll go there
The Red Ribbon
willingly.
Bar.
Oh,
Once you hear Subaki sings, that's the time you will see me appear.
mm,
You heard about the
all
name
right.
Subaki. You roll for local expert, old China, little China, if you have it.
Local experts underwear?
Local expert falls under education skills. If you don't have it,
Oh,
roll for it randomly.
local expert. Oh, I do have it. Yeah.
Okay. Just simple roll. Okay, -2 penalty is a pass. Because if you don't have it, it's a -2 immediately. Yeah. Actually, it's -4, but I'll give you a chance. But yes, local expert must strike pass. You heard about Subakili. He's a good singer. He has his own band name, but calling themselves the Blue Mist. Maybe this is time for you to actually see him play live. But you got yourself ready, and then before anything else, you head towards your shower. Roll for your personal grooming and wardrobe style
Oh, this,
under
personal grooming.
social skills. Under
Alright.
social skills tab.
Personal grooming. Social. Where are you, social?
It's below.
Personal.
Wardrobe style is
Oh,
right below personal grooming.
yes, it's
Alright.
all under social skills.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Not the best roles. You've been a while since you actually groomed yourself and choose the right clothes for the occasion. Haliman said. But you don't have the clothes for it. But you took what you have and start to wear it, and you just head off. The moment you head down from your simple small apartment, you see a car waiting for you. The door
Mm.
already open. A man with sunglasses, with black coat, nice tie, bold headed, cybernetically enhanced on his left hand and right hand, and even the legs, you think to yourself. And then after he opens the door, waiting for you. Mr. Haliman Seksek, holds cross, we're waiting for you. Please enter the door. You can see in the distance that Malik and his boys got beaten up really bad, lying down in the street there, unconscious apparently, about 20, 30 feet away from you. And then after that, the man that opened the door for you looks to you and said, you don't have to worry about them for the time being, but you better follow what Cross wants you to do. You enter the door.
Understood. I know how to keep a contract. Follow
You en-
along.
you enter the car. He closes the door. Then he drove the car. You have never been inside a very nice car before, but he drove you towards Ribbon. It's almost nighttime. It's almost time for you to see what's going on. But now, the bar itself, the Red Ribbon Bar. Subaki Lee. You see your manager there, appearing, talking to you, wanting to actually have a conversation. And then
With
you
the
see
music,
him.
with the music, I thought Herbert is going to rickroll us.
You can lower the music volume from your end using roll 20, okay, to lower it. It's if it's too loud, if you can't hear me or anything, Okay,
It's alright. It's alright. It's good.
Subaki Lee.
Is the music playing?
Oh, I lowered the volume. Okay,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Your manager, Xiao Liang, talk to you, Subaki. You see him like, do you think you can rock this crowd tonight, my friend? Your band is waiting.
I can. I hope I can. I mean, I should. I mean, this is just just another practice, another thing for me to. Uh, it's like you take a deep breath. It's like
This is
I'm
a
on.
tough crowd. This is a tough crowd. Your manager looks at you. The band is waiting, but there you can see it's like your friend was like they're cheering you on. Alcid Chaos looks to you. Don't, Doreme, Sobaki, you don't have to worry. He speaks out.
Just give a thumbs up. It's like I'll be there with you. Just give me a sec. He just take a very deep breath. It's like it's nervous. It's like even though he does this a lot of times, he's just still nervous because it's like this is a more bigger crowd compared to what he had last time. And now the bigger crowd in the bigger club is like more people. More people means more good, but also at the same time he also still nervous. So it's like error.
And then after that, Alcid Chaos looks to you and he speaks out again, screaming in Japanese. He says, あなたは心配する必要はありません。この場所を許せましょう。
Hi. I'll be there. I'll be there. All right. I just fist bump. I just fist bump Xiaolang, and I say that. Well, wish me luck. I will break a leg. In better of fact, I will break the roof because the scream will break the roof. It's just like fist bump Xiaolang. Then he just walks towards the stage.
And then you can see like Mio on top of the drums. Okay. It's like Sakamoto Mio and speaks out and said, it's like, like she speaks out.
It's like I just nod at Mio and say that let's rock this. We are Aokiri Blue Mist.
And then after that, you see Jalen Sinclair with a keyboard. It's like, well, let's not waste any time. It's like the crowd is here. But before you could start, Hibana is like outside with the biker gangs. It's like Midnight is sitting by herself, Mao Lin Yong by herself sitting, and then Haliman by himself sitting at the bar waiting. Now it's like many of you are not really acquainted with one another. But then
Oh shit.
you heard the music booming in the distance. The music so loud, you actually like tap your song and then like listen to it. Okay, Jan, so which song should I play? Fire Bomba or Lonely Night?
Dynamite first. Dynamite. Then only
Dynamite explosion! Dynamite explosion!
Right. Then you play the band, and everybody 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I say, hello everybody! We are Blooming! Enjoy the song! This is dedicated to all of you!
the music ends, Subaki, you can see the crowd like cheering, listening to you. They're like listening on, and after that, they're like saying, like, "Oh, that was the best." And you think to yourself, you smiled, cheered. You can see the rest of your band member was really happy. Please roll for your charismatic impact. Okay, Subaki, please roll for your charismatic impact. Okay, 12. Okay, enough to win. Enough to actually win perhaps one or two. You think to yourself, the crowd. But again, the crowd is slightly, well, you can see your manager like looking, not enough. It's like you can see him trying to speak to you. You can see his lips moving. Roll for awareness skill, lip reading.
Oh, don't bother, man. I don't even invest on my lip reading, but I'm just gonna roll it anyway.
Oh no. Surely it's not gonna be a one. Hey.
Right. Like you see him moving his lip. You can see him saying it. Another song. He said,
Oh, oh, then just say that. Hey guys, are you guys having fun? I have one more song. Are you guys ready?
yeah. They all scream. It's like,
Encore! 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 Or something.
yeah, Halimun Saksek, you're actually there also looking at this person singing. Luckily, you're at a concert right now, perhaps. Then you can actually even hear it from where you are. Even right? The music just too loud. It was actually the crowd is actually cheering. Then you play another song, Sobaki, and then after that you decide you look at the person that you're gonna sing it together. Was it Jolene or Mio, right?
Jolene is my duet partner.
Okay, Jolene walks over and said, "All right." Then you see Jolene looks at you and say, "Yeah, damn, I'm show." Like then start screaming, and then one, two. You see the drummer said three. Like, dun, dun, dun.
Holy Lord Midnight! This is for you all! We are Blast! I hope you guys have fun!
Okay, as the music ends, Remy, you enter the bar, you look around. There's a number of people here. You know the people they actually hired you, the one they look for you. Midnight, Vanator, and Hibana. Hibana actually managed to sneak into the bar. Apparently, while the crowd was busy with the music, the guards was too distracted by Subaki's song. That was when Hibana actually sneaked in. You actually followed. The guards actually let you in due to your attire. You were just appropriately dressed for it. But you look around looking for anybody that's actually suspicious, anybody that's actually out of place. Then, however, roll for your human perception. However, because the crowd is just too many, you look around. Human perception with a -4 penalty under your social skill.
This is also going to go very well.
Hey,
So that would be an 8.
Okay.
roll pretty high.
You don't see. Just the crowd was just too much. Everybody here looks like they're like sitting down, enjoying the drink, sitting down, enjoying the music, everything else. Okay. Then what's your next action? Your last action?
Is the opposite now? Is there anyone that looks like they are out of it, like they have indulged too much? I'm scoping for a target.
Okay, you're like scoping around. Okay. This is where you're gonna roll another human perception roll.
Okay.
Same penalty. This was during the music was actually playing. Okay. No, nothing. You just have to wait it out. Waiting to yourself. Well, okay, you're done. Venator, you're actually having a drink. Okay, Mao Lin Yong. The music was loud. The music was perfect. But it's not the music that you like. It's sang by a Japanese guy. You're more of the Chinese song type kind of person. You're more like
Yeah.
you're more like the Chin Chong Min Yong music. So, Mao Lin Yong, you got two actions. What do you want to do? While the music was still playing during this time.
Shake my head like so this is the extent of night city music. Nah. Just gonna take out my cyber deck and look at memes. Look at memes.
Cat memes. Ooh, cat memes. Rabbit. No, this time is rabbit memes. No longer cat memes. Just rabbit
Videos,
memes.
rabbit videos. Rabbit videos. It's the new thing, okay?
All right. Okay, and then while Mao Lin Young, you're busy looking at rabbit memes. Is the thing, you know? Okay, midnight. Two actions for you. What do you want to do?
Midnight will scope out the area. I mean, we're supposed to meet with this Walter Cross guy, so she's gonna try to quickly scan the entire area she's at right now.
Yes, there's a number of people apparently here in the bar. Just unsure who is this Walter Cross. You look around. Roll for human perception. -4 penalty.
Oh,
Under social.
Jesus. That's not gonna end well.
If you roll natural 10, nope. You look around. Damn, who is this Walter Cross? Somebody that looks unusual. You see a lot of people sitting on couches, enjoying the music, headbanging to the song was Subaki was actually playing. But what's your last action?
Midnight holds it She's just gonna focus her attention on Haliman.
You look at X-Men in the other end, Haliman. Haliman, do you know them already in your background story?
Only midnight. One of
Only
the
Midnight.
exes.
Okay. Midnight, you notice your ex, Haliman, sitting there at the bar next to Venator. Venator have no idea who Haliman is. Haliman have no idea who Venator is. But okay, Haliman and Midnight. Midnight, you need to roll for perception first to notice Haliman within the crowd. And Haliman roll for perception to notice Midnight within the crowd. Okay, just roll for perception. Perception is actually
What the fuck? It's still a 20.
Yeah, exactly. It's still a 20. Still a 20. Yep. So you
This is
saw
my main
him.
roll.
You saw him, but he did not see you.
Eagle eyes, baby. Eagle eyes.
okay, and all right. A natural one is still a natural one. Okay, that's like a critical failure, still a critical failure.
Yeah, it's
Even
still a
though-
-1 only. It's a 20.
Okay, there you notice. Okay, all right. Just to tell you guys one thing about Cyberpunk Red. Okay, when it comes to critical failure, a critical failure is still it's like rolling a natural one in D20. So regardless, even if you have the minus, it's still a fail.
Huh? I thought it's just you need to beat the DV.
Hey, wait. But I thought it's just to beat the
You-
DV.
Yeah, you
Because
said the
the
exact
book,
opposite just now.
Yeah,
because from what the book say is that even though you have a critical fail, it doesn't mean you fail. You are still able to pass as long you beat the DV.
exactly. The
Okay.
minus basically determines if you actually failed or not.
All right, no worries. We'll just play as roll for now,
Mhm,
but I'll
mhm.
change it next time. Like if it's a natural one, it's like rolling a natural one. Okay. All right. You notice Haliman in the distance. Okay. Haliman, you don't actually notice Midnight, but she actually notices you. But that's all. That's only the action you could use. Now moving on to Haliman. Haliman, two actions to you. What you want to do?
I go to the front of the stage and indulge on the music. Indulge
Alright.
the music.
Okay, you indulge on the music, and then that's all. No more action.
Yep. Nope. I'm just gonna indulge the music.
Okay. All right. Subaki, roll again for a charismatic under your roll.
Charismatic impact, is it?
Yep.
It's bad. It's bad. The fans hate me.
Okay. All right. It's like the band actually looks around. Well, this is how much we can actually try to actually impress the crowd. Meow looks to you, Jalin. The manager's like, oh, okay, that's it for the night, guys. So like you see the manager like, crowd's happy, but that's all for the night. So lucky. They're like, well, you better actually head back and actually try to write more music. Some music that perhaps could actually win the crowd. Perhaps a love song. Perhaps something tragic. Maybe you should do something outside to gain some inspiration, Subaki. There's some inspiration, maybe a life and death situation, you know, something like that. But I'm gonna bring the band back. Perhaps they're just gonna enjoy themselves. You see, Alcid Chaos. He looks to me and he said, "There was nothing much you could do, my friend. Well, at least it's good to actually play with you. But do you have anything for us? Like any news? What do you want to do, Sabaki?
Sorry, what did he say? I didn't catch it because my side is a bit noisy right now.
Okay, Alcid Chaos said, "Do you have anything for us?" It's like, if you have anything for us, Sabaki, any news from the outside? What, do you have any inspiration for a new song?
I think I did. I do. It's just that I need time to write it down and everything. Being in my cargo container and such, it's a bit rough to come up with inspiration. But I will let you guys know, and I'm sure we will be able to practice it out before our next gig. I'll keep you guys updated in our agent, all right? In our agent group, chat group, basically.
Your agent looks to you, and then you notice that he was about to talk to you. Then just notice that his phone's ringing, and then he look at it, and then he just put it down, and then your agent walked slowly towards you, whisper into your ear, I think your gig's done here, Subaki, but I suggest you head up towards the bar. Seems that somebody wants to talk to you. I'll talk to the band. You drift them with me.
Okay, okay. Well, I guess that's all I could do. After all, I'm still. It's okay. I can do it.
Okay,
There's nothing.
roll for human perception before you head up. And perception.
Yeah,
Perception and human
hold on.
perception.
Because I'm not without my mouse, so it's like I'm gonna take a bit slower. So
Oh,
yeah, I don't have my mouse, so I'm literally using my laptop. That swipey thingy.
Touchpad.
Rest in peace, the trackpad.
Sorry, Herbert. What is it again? Under what? Under what?
Perception, human perception.
okay. That's very good. Roll for social skills, human perception, and then after that, roll for awareness skills, perception. Awareness skills tab first, perception, then social skill tab, human perception.
Okay. I got both. Ignore the first one. Ignore the first perception.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. And then after that, then, all right. Anyway, both pass. It's like you look around, you see one particular person that doesn't look like he is meant to be on this dance floor. You notice that he actually long blue hair, wearing blue, and long blue overcoat. You notice that like apparently like looking at you. He seems to be standing still as the music was actually playing. But apparently this guy looks like he's actually admiring your music, but at the same time he doesn't look at the type of person that should be here. What do you want to do?
The gig is ended, right? So I
Yes.
can just approach. I can just approach them, right?
Yep. Approach him.
I step down the stage and I approach him. It's like, hey, are you enjoying the night? Do you like my song? I'm sure that mm, I'm sure you are here because of the music. So do you enjoy it? Oh,
Mm.
it's like before. Sorry, where are my manners? It's like my name is Subaki Lee, and those are my bandmates. We are from Aokiri. Nice to meet you. Are you happen to be someone that is interested in music as well?
You're
Zaf?
very, you're very uncoordinated and not full of belief. Music wise, quite good. Could have been better.
It's like he just smiled awkwardly. It's like, yeah, I understand. I mean, we just started, and yeah, we just started like 6 months ago, and we are working. We are working. I mean, me and my teammates are working, and yeah. So, what brings you here? You don't just seem like one for the music. It's like looking at him, like staring it up and down. It's like, um, it's just like sus, but not sure how to sus.
I'm meeting my contractor.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you later again. It's like because he doesn't seem to be like someone that's interested in music. So it's like, okay, cut the conversation. Abort. Oh, okay. I'll see you again. It's like egg gun is like, oh my
Breathe,
god.
breathe, breathe, young one. Breathe. You're gonna die yourself.
No, he's just like very awkward with talking with someone that is not entirely interested in music. So he just do the air gun. It's like, I'll catch you later, I guess. Bye. Then he just move away. He just move away to the bar area, Herbert.
Then you move towards the bar area, heading up. Okay. While you're heading through the bar. For the rest, actually, you see one particular man actually got up from his chair and then slowly head towards the bar and sat there. Then after that turns to Vanity. Then after that speaks out. Hello, Venator, the man with a goatee, nicely combed hair to the back, wearing a long coat covering his other suit and tie. His very elegant watch seems to be shining. That seems to be the one actually protruding out over the crowd itself. His nicely gleamed shoes is like very expensive, you notice it, Venator. even for the others when they notice it. This man actually looks to you and said, "So, Venator, have you brought the crew with you?" You're unsure who this man is, Venator, but you see she's staring at him. When he introduced himself, sorry for being rude. My name's Cross, Walter Cross. I've been watching you all and listening to the music, enjoying it, of course. Subaki is a good singer, apparently, but he can't win the crowd, just like how Silverhand used to do. But again, my question to you, Venator, do you have the crew?
Yes, sir. I'll call them on the map right now. I went and then I opened my contacts, and call the people I have to call the girls and the two people I was supposed to bring here to the bar.
Right. You call them up. All right. Remy, you saw this particular man talking to Venator, so this must be Walter Cross, you think to yourself. He was actually part of the crowd sitting down enjoying himself. Venator actually calls you and others to actually head closer towards Cross. So what do you want to do?
I'll turn and just head over.
Okay, you turn and head over. And then Hibana, you also heard Venator calling you. Midnight, even you, Sawaki, and Haliman. Even though you're downstairs, you see a particular person actually tap you in the back and said, "Aren't you supposed to be somewhere else right now?" You turn and you see one of the guards looking at you.
Hmm?
You're supposed to be at the bar.
Wait,
You're not.
Herbert, am I supposed to go over there or I'm not?
Yes, you are.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Oh, all right. Can I roll for human perception to see anyone that I remember from my past?
You don't even have the DV is 10 for you, unless you're like if you fail this, then you either you're too comatose or too shocked to see midnight. Okay. All right. Halim, you notice midnight looks to you. And Halima, you turn to midnight like, huh, what is she doing here? You think to yourself.
Midnight like just looks away from Haliman.
I know her as well. I know that she's there, but
Offered it to to my to the fixer, Mr. Cross. Have a seat, sir.
Cross actually sat down and looks to you all. And he said, huh. So, thanks for that, Jonathan. Thanks for actually bringing them in. He turns. And he bows his head. So you must be Remy. I heard about you. I heard about your family. And I do sincerely apologize for what happened. The street is a dangerous place. That is not a place for people such as family to walk through. But Remy, I hope that you can actually lend your hand in helping in this one. You could listen to what I propose, but it's your choice to say no.
It gets me closer to the corpos that I'm in.
Yes. And after he looks around, you don't have to worry about some of the people here in the bar. Most of them work for me. Some of them, of course, just here for the music. But they don't care much about what fixers like us do. They turns to, of course, to Mounting Young. Walter Cross, not to you, Mounting Young, he said, Nihama, Mounting Young. After that,
I'm
people
still
heard I
alive. At least I'm still alive. Yeah, in Mandarin.
and you speak to him in Mandarin. Watercross speaks to you in Mandarin. Then Watercross looks to you, Manu, and said, "On behalf of everybody here, that is good that you actually speak English. You do know how to speak English, right, Manu Young? Your father
Yeah,
trained you well."
of course. I grew up in here, work out of town. Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes, Manu Young. Your father was instrumental in actually helping me out in some certain tasks a long time ago. It's a pity, though. But your father's things at the moment, let's put it on hold for the time being. And
We got a deal. You got information, and I want it.
it's a deal. It's a deal that I would gladly repay you if you're actually able to help me for the time being. But let me listen to you all first. Haliman, I know you have issues of your own. Former Arasaka, one of the best even, betrayed by one of your own. It's a sad ordeal. But he takes a deep breath and looks to you again, Haliman. I hope that this time you can help me with your expertise.
Not just a contract. I'll
Yes,
uphold my end.
I'll tell you soon after this. And then after he turns to Hibana, you too, Hibana. Quiet, shy, but one of perhaps the best net runner. Perhaps second to Mao Young, or perhaps even the best, or perhaps better than Mao Young. But we need two net runners for this, not one. Hibana like too blur to notice anything. And then after that, then he ignores Hibana. Hibana's like still in
Sorry,
her head still in
sorry,
clouds.
sorry.
And she
Mhm. Just one sec.
it's okay. Well, it's like Walter ignores Hibana and move on to midnight. Midnight family in New York City, safe apparently, but
Yeah,
not sure what you
yeah,
do in
yeah.
that
Sorry, sorry,
city.
sorry, sorry. Just repeat from when he basically noticed and says that I'm one of the
Okay,
best night
it's alright.
runners. Yeah.
It's okay. I'll ignore that part. We don't have that
Oh,
part.
okay.
He ignores you and goes straight to midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No. Then after that, Watercross looks to midnight and said, "Hmm, best sharpshooter around. Good solo. But as good as Venator. But
We
Venator's the front man mostly.
speaks in Russian to Walter. We don't talk about my family.
Mm. And then he speaks back to you in Russian. Yes. But they do not know her. They do not need to know. The point being, because right now he looks to you and after you say, Tiro Vaishni Menja Seshas. He speaks to you and he says, because you work for me now. He speaks out.
Very well.
And then lastly, after that, he looks at Subaki. Subaki, your music was actually great, but eh, those skills in terms of net running or in vehicles or even tech or anything, it's not what I'm looking for. Subaki, Motocross looks at you. But what I'm looking for is somebody with charisma, somebody that could lead, somebody that could actually look after this team. Without a capable person to look after, this team will actually fall and be destroyed before anything could actually happen. You could win a crown. I would like to see how you win this crown, of course. But, Jogaki, you're not Nash runner, not yet, of course. But you what I need a particular set of skills, of course. Do you agree to actually work with them, Sobaki? You know a few of them, of course.
Wait, honestly speaking, as a character, what do I know of? Because I was away earlier because I went to toilet, so I need to know what was the context.
Lead. That's it.
Lead?
Mm-hmm.
Lead the
Just lead it.
Lead,
team.
lead,
Okay.
lead the team, lead the team.
Oh, okay. It's like I just assume that they are just gonna join the band. It's like I'm just gonna assume because it's like he has a very little idea of what actually going on in in Night City. He just wants to so it's like he just assumed that you want them to join my band? Sure, I'll let them join my band. He just barely agree and thinks that they just want to join the band or just want to like learn under his wing, be under his wing or something like that. That's what
Midnight
he
kind of
understands.
lowers her head a little, like in like both like just amusement and a bit of annoyance. It's like what the fuck? It's like it's just funny and like a like what the fuck
Yeah,
at the same time.
yeah, just what the fuck are they? Just what the fuck are they? Oh, you want me to lead them? Sure, I can lead them. If they want to sing, sure, I can teach them how to sing.
Motocross and looks to you, Subaki. You're not the smartest one around. That's what I know. But you're a charismatic one there, I know. But if you can't lead them, of course, then I'll have to choose somebody else amongst you. You could follow. You could ring a crowd your song, but that's about it. But let's see how far it goes. Because I need somebody such as your skills to actually sway some certain people, some certain gangs, some certain corporals. Some of them actually love music. But let me actually talk to you about some deal right now. The piranhas. You heard about the
Wait,
piranhas?
hold on. I did not say I don't want to do that. I will gladly take up the job. If it means that my music is able to spread across the night city, hell yeah, I will do that. Don't just take my intellectual as my answer. Let me prove it to you. I know I couldn't prove it to you here. But that's just because today's crowd is a bit not in the mood. I understand it's probably my fault. But yeah, let me prove it to you that I'm able to lead this um group of people that looks very intimidating. But I was sure as hell gladly took up the job to lead that. Come on, give me a chance. Just because my intelligence is 2 only doesn't mean I'm dumb.
Can you just roleplay that?
Yeah, no. I mean, not the last part. Not the last part.
Oh.
Not the last part.
Your
Okay.
your intelligence is 2? What is that?
No,
IQ?
I literally what fourth wall that shit. I literally just fourth wall that shit.
Imagine she's like Subatiki has an IQ of 2. That's even
No,
more tragic.
yeah, that's very fucking tragic.
Yes. Walter Cross looks to you, Sabaki. I don't care what you got for your score of 2. It doesn't really matter to me. So even if you have a 2 score of anything, as long as we. But there's a task survey apparently. Something of my mistake apparently. Have you guys? You all should particularly know much about the piranhas, the piranha gang. There's actually doing quite some sort of chaos and havoc further down the south of Old Japantown in the combat zone. Apparently, one of my one of my trucks with some important data was actually apparently just crashed within their neighborhood, and it was actually attacked by another group, another group that I don't want to actually get my hands with. But it's a good thing that it did not fall to them, and it fell in the hands of the piranhas. But it's best that it's best that the Red Chrome Legion do not get their hands on it. So it's best that it it is best that we actually look into this. However, Walter Cross looks to you all, and after he looks at Subaki and also at Hanuman, it seems that he looks at his watch and it turns to you, all of you. Sadly, I don't have much time to explain. I will explain further during our next session, of course. Whoever is able to make it. But it seems that we have to end our session right now. And he turns to the camera and said, then to be continued in the next episode, session 1 of Cyberpunk.
Oh no, Walter breaks the 4th wall.
I mean, technically, Tsubaki also break the fourth wall. Lol.
Oh man.